Okay.
Okay,
Destination
that
added.
fixed it now. We should be live on at least YouTube right now.
Why isn't this one working? Technology, folks.
Okay, we are live on YouTube.
Yay.
I don't. Okay, I don't get this, but whatever.
What's going on, Quimia?
I just. So I can
Twitch?
see it under the manage streams, but like when I go into the actual stream section, it's not there. But then when I go to my channel, I can see it on there, like going live in the live section. I don't know. It's weird. I got it working.
I'll be right back. The camera. I'll be right back with it.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, dude. This
No,
not to
it's
buy
all
me a
good.
Kodak. This is bullshit.
Oh yeah,
All right,
it's almost
still
like
did it.
you're almost like an old timey kind of thing.
Right.
I don't know what it did. It's like tripping out.
Like every time we have him, I feel like we should have like that old time like piano music thing playing.
Dude, this is crazy.
Jay,
Ragtime.
we are not being sarcastic with having you on. We want you on. You're one of my
Oh,
four.
yeah.
You are one of my four.
Okay, here we go. Let's
So.
do that. If it does it again, I'm just gonna leave it. Sorry, guys. This is
No worries. No worries.
I mean, you could always leave again and come back in, see if that works.
Still doing it. It's
we
alright.
kind of love tech difficulties. Yes,
I'm
right.
just gonna leave it. It's okay.
Hey, I mean, I think it kind of looks cool like that. To be honest,
I mean,
with you,
it's,
know, like.
you stand out, that's for sure.
All right, so let's get this train wreck rolling here, and you know, we've got a special guest here. We got FrankIRL joining us today. He's, as I said, he's one of my 4 streamers that I would love to have on this show, and he's the first of the 4 that is on. And next week we've got Tori Productions coming on. And Ninjado, who's in the chat, we're trying to convince him to come
He'll
on.
be the next week,
I'm
and then
sure that
your son
he's-
will be on, right?
I'm sure that these technical difficulties are just making him want to leap at the chance of being on here. And then I would absolutely love to have BB Jess on here, but I know that that's like probably next to impossible. But yeah, that's
next to impossible.
No,
but
with
not
these
impossible.
technical difficulties, she's not going to want to get on with us.
so.
So,
But yeah. So Frank, you know, welcome. Thank you for
Welcome. Now that we're 12
agreeing
minutes
to do
in.
this.
so
But
all right, hold on. We got to stop the stream and restart.
I
What?
mean, that would fix probably a lot of it, but we're already going.
yeah, we're already in.
Roll with the punches.
Sink or swim, boys. Sink or swim.
Right.
So,
Dude, people tell me sink or swim. I usually sink.
Yeah.
The thing.
but
ADHD thing. So, well, anyway, Frank, thanks for having thanks for coming on. And
Did
we
you
are
just say
out
thanks for having you on?
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
You're
Thanks
very
for coming
welcome,
on.
Cyclops. Welcome. This is the Cyclops show, everybody.
oh,
I was
Jesus.
gonna make a whole joke about how we're out of time and everything, but
Good night, everybody.
It's over. He's all
Right.
right.
yeah, thank.
That was
Wrong
random.
one.
That was
Wrong one.
random.
Wrong.
Good night, everybody.
That's the one you wanted.
That's the one I wanted. I didn't know we had another one on there.
Jesus. Scared the hell out of
Apparently,
Frank.
Neodeath is horny right now. But
It's the mustache, isn't it? Frank's
Probably
mustache.
the mustache.
Yes.
It's
I
getting
mean, that is a
revved up.
very good stash.
Yeah, I've been working on this for a second.
It is. It is.
There's only like 10 people in
And
the
with
world that
it being
can-
like black and white, it's like that old West.
Fits.
the only
Here
about
comes
10
Sheriff
people
Frank.
in the world can get away with a mustache like that, and I think you're 9 of them. So,
Yeah. Me and Wyatt Earp, we'd probably be brothers if it was
Right.
right.
so to everybody that just saw all of the shit show there, we just
Bloopers.
all we really have to say is
Sorry.
Okay, let's not turn this into a clip show anymore.
No.
It already has.
We got a
become.
guest.
we
Yeah.
have done that before. But
Yeah, we have done that before, but not with a guest. Anyway, so Frank, if you want to tell us a little bit about yourself, like when did you start this journey of streaming? And I know you were in a band for a while there, and
I've been in a couple of bands throughout my youth and throughout my 30s. So I started this about the summer of 2019. I was at home, kind of like this. So, I was on medical, I guess you want to call it medical leave. I didn't have a baby. I was just home, just so y'all know. Anyway, so it was about 2019, the summer of 2019. I saw, a lot of people were streaming, obviously.
yeah,
That was before the great,
the great COVID.
but that was actually right before it. And
Yeah.
I was really intrigued with people being accepted on Facebook gaming. That was like becoming something they were working on, and Mark Zuckerberg was hard in the paint on that one for a bit. And but I had no way of really doing that well. And so what I did was I decided, okay, I'm going to stream. And I started streaming Battlefield 1, which is funny, on my PlayStation 4, I do believe.
Yeah.
And I
through
would
the
take
Twitch
that
app.
and I would stream it back to my PC or my work laptop. So I was using company equipment, of course.
Oh,
Normal day. It's so I was pushing it from there, but I did like how you could do like PlayStation remote play.
Yeah.
I would do remote play through the computer, and then I'd recapture it. It was like really stupid.
wow.
Like you could, if you were really looking, you could tell because they were like, "Man, that's kind of lagged out. What the hell's going on here?" And you could hear the audio lagging.
Okay.
It was really bad. And I started streaming on YouTube because at the time I just didn't have the credentials to stream on Facebook. And
Right.
I could stream on every now and then I'd stream on Twitch, which Twitch is kind of where I started before YouTube in between there. A good buddy of mine that was actually in the band that I was in 2017, he was the lead guitarist / starter of the band, or you want to call it leader. And he actually streamed WoW, which was pretty crazy. He's really addicted to WoW. So he was like,
WoW
"Yeah, man,
crack
after
is
we don't
real."
practice, I'm gonna get on WoW." I'm like, "Okay." I had no idea what he was talking about. You know what I mean? Because I was like, "That sounds,
Right.
that's not WoW." You know?
Wow, yeah, whatever.
Wow,
Whatever that is.
And so he was extremely addicted to playing it, which is fine. You know what I mean? Everybody has their vices.
Mhm.
But that was his thing to do after band practice. He would lock himself in the stream room for like 3 hours. So that's how I kind of got introduced to streaming, was the fact that he was streaming. He was like, "Yeah, you should try it sometime." And I'm like, and I was one of those kind of people at the time where was like, I like to be quiet about what I do, and I don't like to reveal things until I do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that it's more of a hype game for people, not like, "Oh, you do this all the time."
Right.
You know?
Right.
So that's how it kind of started. 2017 to 2019. 2019 is when I actually started streaming, though.
Okay.
It took a few years to kind of get the to do it, but it was only because I was out of work, like I had to stay home, that I decided to do it.
Right.
So
right.
did that. When I ended up going back to work, saved a little money, bought my first PC from Walmart, and here I am. I don't know shit. Excuse my language. I didn't know nothing.
Clearly, we
We
don't
clearly,
swear.
I mean, you're talking to the pinnacle of technology wizards
Fuckery.
here, So
I didn't know much, and so I bought a desktop computer with it had, and not bashing anybody that can't get a higher end one, but it had a Ryzen 3 in it.
Mhm.
It had like 500 gigabytes of like space.
Windows
It had-
97.
Dude, it had 8 gigabytes of RAM. I was like, I don't know why I can't get all this stuff to happen. And I was just I was so stuck in the past when I got a computer that I was like, I don't understand what all these kids are talking about. Like, I built computers when I was like 14.
Right.
And so now it's like 15
Totally
years
different
later.
experience.
15 years later, and I'm like, how do they fit all this in the box? Like, I'm looking, I'm like, it makes
what
no
she said.
sense. Everything's small, right? And I'm like, where's the hard drive? They're like, it's right there. I'm like,
Right.
that doesn't make any sense to me. So I figured out that my computer was pretty much garbage, right? I was like, damn it. So then I was like, this is all I can do. I can use the PC for streaming, and I'm going to have to use my console until I build a better PC. And so I stayed on my PlayStation 4 for the longest time. And then my wife eventually bought me a PS5 whenever the hype was up, and they're like $700. We ended up getting a deal. We used my brother-in-law's email or something through PlayStation, and they
Oh,
happened
to
to
get
pick his.
one?
Remember when they were doing that? Where they're
Yeah.
like, we'll only snag so many emails.
Yep, that's
You'll
how
get
I got my
lucky.
PlayStation 5 when it first came out.
I put my email in, and apparently they don't like me. We put his email in. It was like it was like 3 days. My wife got. He sent the email. I was like, hey, I got one through the account. We're like, okay. And so we ended up snagging one, but it was like, I think when she paid after taxes, it was like $660, or it was some stupid price. It was dumb.
Yep.
But she was like, I already bought it. I'm like, son of a bitch. You know what I mean? So I was like, that's a lot. To me, that was a lot for a damn console. Like, dude, you're crazy. Well, we bought that. I still streamed a little bit. And then I eventually bought like a Ryzen 9 and all that high-end like computer crap. But built a new rig. That's the rig I have now. I've already went through a GPU. I already burned one up playing Battlefield 6. So that was pretty great. It literally popped while I was playing when I first got the game after the demo. I could hear a weird popping noise. And then I went in there and like every game would load, but then it would like the game would load and it would just shut my PC down. And I was like, that's something. And so I pulled the GPU out and put on my older ones in, and it worked. I was like, motherfucker. You know what I mean? It's like I blew that GPU.
Basically, that whole thing made your computer unalive itself.
Yeah, Battlefield 6 killed my computer, which you would have thought another game would have. But yeah, that's pretty much the story. That was kind of lengthy, but that's kind of how it all started. I went from streaming, obviously, from Facebook over to obviously went full throttle to Twitch, and then I obviously bounced between Facebook a little bit. And then when Kick opened up, they didn't have a phone app yet, which is kind of weird. So I didn't really. It was between them and LiveSpace, and just LiveSpace gave me more love at the time. And so I was like, I'm full throttling on LiveSpace. I even made like an open commitment for the longest time. I stayed on LiveSpace until LiveSpace died, practically. I did still a little bit on Kick, but my main focus was LiveSpace because the owners and all that, they took care of us for the most part. They would, we'd voice concerns. They would talk about it. They're real open about it. Did we get paid a lot of money? No, not really. Not at all. So if anybody's like, oh, y'all got a bag of money from it. No, I didn't get crap as a partner when I became one. Right. I didn't get, he didn't send me new shoes and Escalade. I got a good luck, and for your first year, your payout's completely yours, and we won't hit you on it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Which was good at the time. So I got to be more than thankful for that because I never had that opportunity before. But when that died out, I had no other real choice but to sink into Kick because I already started building it out. So I was like, it'll be all right. But for me, Kick isn't bad depending on who you're trying to watch on there, if that makes sense to you. If you don't want to watch gambling, don't go watch it. Is that simple? You don't want to watch girls being girls, let me just put it that way.
Right.
That's the proper way of saying it. Then don't go watch that. You can actually.
Yeah, we always seem to say Kick's like the Wild West.
Yeah, it is. But you can find some good people there. I've found a collective group of people, that are decent enough to watch, where you don't feel like you have to mute it because your kids are in the room. You know what I mean? They're not doing stuff like swimming in a pool and stuff.
Right.
Like if you want to be more like, I would say cleaner about it, YouTube's the way to go. That's just me. When I stream on YouTube, I use no music, and you know why I use no music? Because copyrights. But but it's YouTube's more calm and collective. Kick's crazy. Twitch is more like in the middle. There's nothing wrong with Twitch. People bash Twitch all day. Well, Twitch this, Twitch that. I can't believe this. I can't believe. And you're like, dude, you decided to sign up for it. You know the guidelines. You know what I mean? Right. You knew you were gonna go in and get $2 a sub when they're paying $5. That's part of the Twitch agreement. So I have no issues with Twitch. I have no issues with Kick. I have no issues with YouTube. I have no issues with Beam. I just don't use Beam as much anymore, just because I've kind of throttled a lot of my content over to Kick. So I've been,
That's
and then
like
a lot of my
one.
Yeah, it's my main one, and YouTube is where I funnel all my videos. Like you'll get to see videos of my stuff on Twitter, but it's only because I know people on X aren't going to go to YouTube all the time. They're not. there's a lot of people that live on X, like they
Right.
just live there. And so what I do is I funnel the content on X, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. I have a program that it'll funnel to all of them. So when it gets released here, it gets released there. And
Nice.
so, and I mean, I can tell y'all what it is. It's no secret. Streamladder.com. So
Okay.
I've never heard of that.
yeah,
No, I've not
I guess I
heard of
could put
that
it in chat, right, for y'all. Do I just
Yeah.
put it in the chat for?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, normal comments. And I can put it on screen.
Does that? Can you see that?
No.
Yeah, I
it's
can see
private.
it. It's in the. You
I
put it in
got
the
it.
private chat.
Let me see.
Got it.
Hey, let me see if this is right. For y'all, go to some dirty page. Hold on.
Some dirty page.
There we
You
go.
never know.
Neo got it. Neo
Okay, it
got
is right. Okay, it is right. That's the right one. I just want to make sure.
Send it to a dirty pig.
Never know, man. You never know.
Stream ladder.
I'm gonna put it in here, and if it kills it because it's a link, that's fine. There you go. But yeah, I don't know how much I pay a month for it. I'm not gonna lie, I do pay something for it a month. But
Okay.
what it does do is it'll manage your content. So like what we're doing right now, since you are live streaming it on Twitch, I
Mhm.
can take y'all's URL link, and after we do the show, I can dump it in there, and it'll cut up clips. It'll find some moments. Sometimes
Oh,
it just sucks,
Awesome.
but it'll cut it up for you. And so then y'all can go
That's
through
the
there.
time-consuming thing, right?
Yeah.
Trying to make
So-
clips out of everything.
Y'all can do a lot with that, and then y'all can post it up on a YouTube channel. You know, you can put it
Okay.
on shorts. You don't have to. You can cut it. I'm pretty good with it, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I use. I used to do everything manually. Now, do I
Right.
still do stuff manually? Yes, but I do. I would say it's cut my workload by 70%. And I can guarantee it.
Oh,
So
Nice.
I can post up to a month and a half worth of content in like less than a week, guaranteed. That's why I get to take breaks while everyone's working hard. So
That's awesome.
yeah. So
yeah. I would
Pretty
definitely check
universal.
out that
So
one.
so flashing back really quick, just out of curiosity, I'm pretty sure you've told me before, but your band or bands that you were in, are those on Spotify?
Now we do have, I do have 2 of those bands on Spotify. I do believe. It would be Moloch. I'd have to look at the link, and then there's a band called Painting Broadway. So Painting Broadway is the one I screamed in, and Moloch's the one I played rhythm guitar in.
Okay.
Moloch's more like the first album's more like metal, and the second we call it the EP, which is really an album. We called it Straight Out the Trailer because at the time we lived in a trailer. It just made sense. We called that one Straight Out the Trailer, and that was more like a metal meets metalcore, like infused. Because at that time we started playing around more bands like Norma Jean and stuff like that,
Okay.
and we
Oh,
listened to a lot of that. So it's more like that stuff that hurts your ear, where it squeaks and all that weird ringing stuff. That's our second album from Moloch. We only did one EP from Painting Broadway. We got signed to an indie label. That ran for about 2 years, and then I got kicked out of the band. So then the
Oh.
band,
Oh man.
I got kicked out of the band because we were having a baby, and they didn't want to deal with it.
Oh.
I was like, wait, what did you do?
Long story short, when I got kicked out of the band, I knew the guy that ran the record label, and so I said, "Hey, I'm out. This is what's going on." And he said he looked at the contract and said, "Well, from what I understand, it states here that if whatever member leaves, I'm going to go ahead and cancel the contract."
Oh,
So then he ended up cutting their contract, and then he said, "Y'all aren't allowed to use this music for 5 years."
Oh damn.
Oh.
So
And
he's just
so
being a
he-
dick about it.
He was being a dick, but in all reality, he was doing it. He was like, "I'm doing it to protect you." I'm like, "Protect me? I'm already out." He's like, "No." He goes, "They're gonna screw you. I'm gonna screw them," and that's exactly what he told me. And so he just said, "Y'all won't play that music anymore." And they're like, "Well, if we do," he's like, "I'll sue you because I own your music for 5 years." And so he did it because he was being a dick, yeah. But he did it. So they were mad at me for it. I was like, "No, don't be mad at me for it. Be mad at yourself. You knew they knew the contract. We all
Right.
signed it. We all signed a contract." So
Yeah.
I wasn't hurt about it, probably because I didn't get destroyed over it. But
right.
they all joined different bands, and then they started becoming adults. So it worked out. It worked out for all of us because we all had to become adults. We're no longer living a fantasy of being in a band that's going to tour.
Right.
So
Right.
I think in the long run, those are parts of my life that I wouldn't say I miss. I enjoyed the ride. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The ride was very I'm very lucky.
'Cause I
very
mean,
lucky to get
I've
to do
caught
things.
I've caught you doing like a couple karaoke type streams too,
Yeah, those
But-
are my fun ones.
and your Bob Ross one. That one was awesome. So,
So
Yeah.
during your time of with being in the band, did you ever like meet any other big bands or?
Do you know the band A Day to Remember?
Yep.
Okay, so we headlined for them before they were big. I'm being serious. Completely.
Wow.
You know, I Set to Kill.
Hmm.
They played a show with us. You know, damn it, trying to remember now. There's a few bands, and I can't
Well, you
remember.
mentioned
off the top of my
Norma
head.
Jean. I've heard of that one.
Norma Jean, we played a show with them when I was in that other band, Moloch. We played like, they opened up or they played second. We played like third or fourth. That was pretty crazy. That was pretty wild that we got to actually play that show. I think we won some battle of some crap, battle of bands or something weird. And we
Right.
had like a ticket where we did something where we got a lot of tickets for people to come watch a show. And we won that whatever contest. They're like, so you get to play with Norma Jean. And it was cool, but you got to remember when you have a big band like that, the crowd really gives a crap about you. And they really,
Right.
they're like,
Right.
we're just here for Norma Jean. You're like, thanks,
Yeah.
I appreciate that. You might as well have
Right.
eggs thrown at you. You know what I mean? Because it's
Yeah,
almost worse
I
than
mean,
being a
I've
normal
seen
show.
some bad ones where like the
Yeah.
the first band they just like completely hated, turned their
Yeah.
backs, looked the other way,
Yeah.
and then
even
like
sat down. I've seen a couple shows where
oh, I haven't seen that, but
Yeah,
like yeah,
in
the one that
Chicago-
I remember is the band was named Slytherin. And they
Ugh.
were the first band before Dope, and even like Edsel
Damn,
came out,
Dope.
and he's like, "What the
Really?
fuck?" He's
What's
like
wrong with you
yelling at
people, right?
people.
So here's the
Yeah,
funny thing about Slytherin. That was a group of kids because, like, when I used to work at Hot Topic down in Illinois, they were actually from my area, and they all thought they were the shit because they were like a bunch of high school kids that were like in this hardcore type band, and
Right.
we're all like, "No, y'all suck," you know. But yeah, no,
Like,
I know
we're
exactly,
gangsters,
I know
like,
exactly
now.
who you're talking about.
yeah. That was
No,
like
I
the
know,
only time I've seen like the main singer, headliner come out and like yell at the audience, like, "What the fuck? Give them some props or something."
That's so
Yeah,
crazy.
I know Kurt Cobain used to do that too. If people ripped on their opening band when they were part of Nirvana, yeah, he would actually come out and actually threaten to walk.
What's
or
Nirvana? I've
cancel
never
the-
heard of that band.
Yeah, he would actually threaten to cancel the whole show if they didn't show the opening band respect.
I mean,
Wow.
I saw the
To each
first
their
time,
own, their dues, right?
The first time I saw MSI live, they were opening for Insane Clown Posse, and MSI actually got booed off the stage in
Well,
Chicago.
yeah, that's like a totally
And then-
different like vibe on those two.
That's
but-
crazy.
yeah. So
That'd be like having Britney Spears open up for Slipknot, you know? It's
Or
like-
yeah, or Manson. Like
I
what?
mean, Baby Metal has opened for Lady Gaga.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, but they're still kind of the same. I mean, well,
Yeah, but no.
not
yeah,
not
but-
really.
Yeah, but no.
I get what you're saying though, but they're. This sounds really bad. They're both a women group. Am I right or wrong? For the
No,
most
not
part?
even just
Okay.
that they're both a women group, but it's like they seem to go after the same audience, just in a
Yeah.
different vein of music. I mean, but if I'm talking like if you get like, would you really want somebody like I don't know, like Justin Bieber opening up for Ice-T? No, it's a completely different vibe.
I mean, I'd probably jam to it though. You know?
I mean, if they went out there,
We all
together,
know
I'd
we all
go,
know
"Holy
Frank's
shit."
about the Biebs.
I mean, I'm not gonna completely agree. Like, I might have an album. I'm not gonna lie to you. But it's just for
Spotify,
medicinal purposes.
my-
Hey,
my
we all
stuff-
have our guilty pleasures, right?
It's for therapy. That's what I use it for when I'm crying in the
So,
shower.
so he's in the shower going like, "My baby, baby."
Someone's got to sing that tune. Oh, that's bad. Lady Gaga, though, since you touched on that, I'm gonna be real. She actually did make some good music. People can bash me all day.
Oh,
She did. She made her money. She got out. She did the smart move. You know what I mean? Like,
She's got
let's
a
get these
couple
albums
bangers.
done, and I'm running.
She's
That
got a
was
couple
smart.
bangers, but then the rest
Yeah.
of them
We're kind of not bangers. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
I love
the
that
first
just-
couple ones are pretty good.
Just recently it was unearthed that I guess when she was in college somebody like trolled her and made like a whole website saying like I forget what her real name is, but it was like, you will never be a famous musician or whatever, and it's like now that's popped back up. I'm like, now she's one of the biggest stars in the world, so
Right.
Just
how they
kind of
wild,
got the
yeah.
last laugh on that one.
no, is it Stephanie something
Yeah.
or other. I think
That's
is
a
her
real name.
Oh,
So, but something like that. So
She looks more like a Lauren, but that works out. All this
Well, no,
time.
no,
I
it was like
heard-
some like big Italian sounding name too. So
and
okay.
that is what the internet is for. I'll look it up here.
that's what I'm pulling up right now too.
So crazy.
Yeah, I always equate her to like a female Marilyn Manson when
Yeah,
she first kind of came out. That
Stephanie
shock work rock.
Stephanie Germanato or Nada or
It's,
something like
no,
that.
Wild
it's Stephanie Joanne Angelina
Jolie.
Germanata. Germanata.
Yeah,
that
however
would've
you say that last name.
She could have never used that being a vocalist.
No.
I get why she did it. I'm not being mean, but there's like certain people that can do it, and certain people that are like, your new name is Fuzzy. You're like, okay.
That right
You know what I
there.
mean? Like they just can't do it. Like it's
Right.
weird.
Well, like Zendaya. I didn't realize Zendaya was actually her actual first name.
That's wild.
Hi,
Oh, I didn't know
Angel.
But it's like she's got
Welcome
she's got like
How's it
four
going, Angel?
names in there. Hey, Angel. She's
Angel
got like
is in.
like two middle names and a last name, but her agent said your name is Zendaya. You're gonna be just like Oprah or Usher,
Cher or something.
Cher. Everyone will remember Zendaya. They're not gonna remember anything else. So,
I mean,
Yeah,
if
here,
you
I'll
can
put that.
pronounce it.
So
Funny.
now, how's it going, Angel?
that is Lady Gaga's real
Jeez.
name.
Yeah, that's
Joanne
It's, uh,
Angelia Germanat. That is.
Yeah.
Seems like she
So.
could be like some kind of princess to some high king.
Right.
What is this that Angel's talking about now here? Sorry.
Oh.
Our newest pension social campaign starts now.
What's that?
That's what I'm pulling up. What is that?
Did you
Oh,
send me a
Simpsons
link?
again.
Oh, yeah.
In case you don't know, Angel is actually the CEO of Beamstream.gg.
Yes, Angel is the mastermind behind all of this. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I saw your email, Angel, about that. I'm pretty excited to some of those things that were mentioned. So,
Yeah. So you
that's
said that you opened up
Go
for them before they were famous. I know Koimi and I have kind of gone back and forth on here for some celebrities that we've met throughout the time. I actually met the Plain White Tees. Well, I didn't meet them, but I actually heard the Plain White Tees before they became famous. And okay, live they sound like ass. I'm sorry, they really do. At least at that time. I mean, that was pre-fame, so I don't know if they had been
Right.
signed at that time. But when I first heard them, I walked in. I was actually doing a delivery, and it was to some bar in Lombard, Wisconsin. And I just dropped something off, and I could hear them in the back. I saw the sign that said tonight's musical act, Plain White Tees, and I was like, the fuck is Plain White Tees? I've never heard of this. But then I go in there and it sounds like a cat being strangled. I'm like, oh my god. I even made a joke to the person at the front. I'm like, so are you trying to get people to come in to see these guys or leave because these guys started playing? But then, of course, just a year or so later, I'm hearing, "Hey there, Delilah." I'm like, "There's no fucking way this
all
is the
over the
same-"
place.
Yeah, I'm like, "There's no
and,
fucking way this is the same band."
what was their
They
other
probably
one?
got a good
1, 2, 3,
producer.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, see, where I grew up in Illinois, they were that was their stomping grounds, and one of my favorite bands from the area, a group called Amazing Transparent Man, they used to do a lot of shows together, like in the NIU Northern Illinois scene, and so I've seen Plain White Tees way too many times, more than I can count, and they never got better live. I can tell you that
like
for a
live,
fact.
terrible.
even after they got signed and had "Hey there, Delilah," they never got better.
They never got better.
They got more Delilah.
Yeah.
I mean, Delilah was a good song on the radio.
Now, having said that, there is one song of theirs that I actually can tolerate, and that's called "Red Flags." That's off of one of their newer albums. I don't think they're around anymore, but one of their newest albums, a song called "Red Flags." That one. And the funny thing is, when I first heard that, I heard it at work up here, and I'm like, "Damn, this is pretty catchy." And then I Shazammed it, and I'm like, "Fuck me," the Plain White Tees. God damn it. But yeah, so
Tried to get away from him.
trying to get away from them and just not happening. Nope.
You know, because
So-
we're all from the same area. What if we got like the plain white tees to come onto the show?
I'll be sick that day.
Just like if we got Asmongold, you'll be sick.
Yeah, that would never happen. First of all, but even if
yeah,
it
I
did,
know.
yeah, I would be sick that day.
Asman's he's a character.
Him
So-
and Hassan, I cannot stand him.
I'm politically I won't get into it, but Hassan I just can't deal with. Like I just
Yeah.
can't. It's rhetoric. Does that
Yep.
make more sense?
Yeah.
And I'm not left, I'm not right, I'm not up, I'm not down. So you know what I mean?
Right.
What I'm saying is what the things he says are a little,
Out there.
and then people are gonna say, well, he's
Just a little.
defending a certain thing. I'm like, no, he's not. No,
No.
it's
He's
rhetoric.
saying he's saying what he can just to
Yeah.
get a rise out of people.
And he can do it because
Oh God, yeah.
he's somebody. You know what I mean? And in our reality, I'm gonna be real with y'all. He's just on the internet. I mean,
Yep.
you're just on the internet, bro. You're not. I don't know. You're
I
not.
mean, you're
how to
internet
explain
famous,
it.
right?
You're not Troy Aikman. The Dallas
Right.
Cowboys. You're just on the internet, bro. That's just
Yeah.
the truth behind it.
That's why I only have my 4 big streamers that I want on, and you're the first. So
I'm
again,
small, but I appreciate
I
it.
well, you're
The
big in
small-
my
So
eyes.
are we.
Yeah, you're big in my eyes. So
Well, I mean, the smaller ones are. I mean, we've had Matt Malone on here, like the biggest sim racing streamer, pretty much in the world. But honestly, I really like the small streamers because they're the ones that you get to know on a personal level.
Right.
Yeah.
They're more humble.
and then Angel, of course, who's been
And
on
then Angel, yes,
3
yes,
times,
sorry.
you know, we can't forget Angel, but
Who's
he's
Angel?
not a streamer. Angel's not a streamer.
Yeah.
at all. he's a little bit more important than just a streamer.
He's the director
So-
of the traffic.
He's the
Yeah. I
mastermind
need to
behind
talk
the
to you about
streaming.
some job
Right.
opportunities and not actually mention why. on camera here.
But yeah,
That's
so
funny.
but yeah, so I know we touched about this a little bit before we came on the show. The reason why you're off for 6 weeks. You want to go into that detail?
Yeah, I can go into it. It's gonna be a little lengthy.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm intrigued by this.
Take all
So
the
'cause
time
this
you need.
this stuff kind of I am interested in this stuff. So yeah, go ahead.
This
Okay,
stuff.
I'll go ahead and break it out the box.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I'm getting married again. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
I
No.
thought he was like going to pull out like a whiteboard or something and be like, "So the reason I'm off
Right.
starts here, 1922."
No, I'll be serious.
One of those conspiracy boards where everything's connected. It's all connected.
Everyone's lined up.
right.
My boss doesn't like me because of this reason, but that's the reason. No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
So anyway, long story short, I gotta guess the days. It was in June. We're in July, right?
Yeah, we're in July.
Okay, I'm tripping. Okay, so during June, it was probably like almost a month from now. I happened to. My wife was like, "Hey, why don't you bring?" I skateboard. Not as much as I did when I was young, but I
Right.
started getting back into skateboarding, which is really healthy for you. Let me tell you. Not really. It actually hurts. But
Hell of a workout.
so we did a bunch of stuff that day, family wise, and then my wife was like, "Why don't you bring the kids to the skate park tonight? Because we have a free park in town that's all concrete, bowls, all that good stuff, all the crazy stuff that you shouldn't be on." But anyway, so it was gonna be about 8 o'clock at night. So I round up my girls because they're the ones that are learning how to skateboard, and we got into Durango and we drove to the skate park. Well, then I got all my equipment out at the skate park, which is helmets, pads, whatever, skateboard. I'm walking up towards the skate park,
Mhm.
and out of nowhere, I just blank out, like I just disappear, and so apparently what happened was I fell off into the grass, decided to take a nap apparently, and then I guess my daughter called my wife, says, "Hey, I don't know what's going on. He's barely breathing." And so then she said, "Call 911 right now." Well, my luck is the police department's literally not even, it's like right there. So it's like literally right there by the skate park. So all they had to do is spin their cars around and be right there. So the police department, a few police officers showed up, EMS showed up. When EMS got there, the police department it was the fire department / EMS. You know how that works. But
Mhm.
Right.
anyway, when they got there, the first responding officer was already doing CPR. So he already had the lead. They weren't going to take over. So he was doing CPR, but what they think happened is I have a pacemaker / defibrillator. So I have something I have heart problems. Let me just put it that way. So I have something it'll keep the rhythm. The pacemaker keeps the rhythm. And then I have a defibrillator that'll act like a shock paddles. And if I go down for some like any reason, it'll shock me. Well, what they think happened is I fell, blacked out. They think it shocked me while I was on the ground. And I had a low pulse when the police officers got there. I had a low pulse. Well, then they did CPR again because they're like, he's out. You know what I mean? Like they couldn't feel the pulse, so they did CPR on me again.
Mm.
And then they called the ambulance or whatever. They came and got me. My wife showed up because they were like, hey, this is what's going on. My daughter said it, so my wife showed up. They ended up putting me in an ambulance and driving me. I don't care if people know where my location is. You can come stalk me for all I care. Anyway, they started driving me towards Corpus, which is it's a city in Texas.
Yep.
And we started going to Corpus. Yeah, Corpus Christi by the water. I don't live there, but I live pretty close. So they were cruising over the bypass or whatever you want to call it, causeway, and they said so apparently I flatlined at the skate park, which I didn't know. Well, then I flatlined again in the ambulance. And so they said I went to cardiac arrest in the ambulance. So then they shocked me again. So that's, I got hit 3 times technically because one was by the pacemaker. Right. So I'm back. Not like I'm back, but I'm not communicating. You know what I mean? I'm just there laying,
kind of looking around. You're able to,
I think
when they move that light around.
It sounds really bad, but I think what a dead person looks like, but with their eyes open. I hate to be that way, but I was pretty much there, but I wasn't there. And to be real with you, because I have nothing against religion. I believe in God, and all that stuff. So if people get upset, here's the deal. Like, I didn't see anything, just so everybody knows.
Right.
I'm being real with you.
No light at the end of the tunnel. Or...
Yeah, because
I had a similar situation. I didn't see anything.
And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. That just means you might not have been at the precipice of it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not knocking anybody and saying there's no way, no, because I believe in God. I just think I wasn't at that limit. You know what I mean?
Right.
But like it happened that many
It wasn't
times.
your time.
Yeah, so I saw a blank wall. There wasn't a wall, but it was all black, right? Because I wasn't anywhere at that time. So anyway, they revived me back in the ambulance. They gave me to the hospital. Obviously, I'm in crap condition. They put me in ICU. They put all those tubes and everything in you. Apparently, I was intubated. I don't know how to say it. I'm stupid.
Yeah, intubated.
Intubated. And so what they'll do is they'll shove that big hose down your throat and all kinds of stuff. And apparently, my wife said they strapped me down so I couldn't do nothing because they said that when people wake up, they'll start.
They try to pull that
out.
Right.
Yeah.
So they had me strapped down like a convict. No offense to anybody that's convict, but anyway, I was strapped down. And what the doctor did, there's a heart doctor in Corpus that knew knew me before, but there are other ones there, and they're like, look, he's gonna have to go back to his, we're gonna have to send him to Houston where he normally goes. And so she's like, hey, what are y'all gonna do? They're like, we're gonna halo flight him out in the morning when we have him stable.
Oh wow.
So then, they put me. I finally got my copter ride I've been waiting for my whole life. I was
but not the right way.
I was actually asleep, so I didn't get to enjoy the $50,000 ride that I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get nailed with. So they put me on the copter. Apparently, my wife said they had all these devices hooked up. So it was one nurse and one almost like an EMS assistant person that goes with them on the copter. They unhooked everything and put them all on battery packs. I was like, that's pretty cool.
I'm assuming this is your wife, Mrs. IRL.
Yeah, she was telling me all this crap.
She said, got a picture though.
She did have a picture, but she felt bad sharing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not the copter part, but the tubes and all that. She felt bad. You know what I mean?
Right.
She's like, I don't want to share it with people and have
it's
feel
like
bad
I mean, not to sound weird, but that's like an intimate moment. That's like a personal.
She finally got me where she wanted me. I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
He's finally shut up.
Finally, he's quiet.
See, that's like what my wife would do if that happened to me again.
So they sent me on the copter. I don't know how long the flight is because I've never flown a copter to Houston. I'm pretty sure it was probably about an hour and a half. Right. Because Houston, from when you drive from my house, is about 3 hours. It's a little over 160 miles, I think.
So probably 45 minutes.
Probably 45 minutes, an hour. If they hit a seagull, maybe an hour and a half.
Those damn birds.
But Anyway, they flew me there. I was intubated for another 3 days there, so technically 4 days. I was
Did they play the
intubated.
MASH theme song while you were being flown?
No, but I imagine that's what they should have played.
The metal version of it.
There you go.
Real wannabe war heroes flying over the place battlefield. Anyway, so they get me to Houston. They intubate me for 3 days. Apparently, they start lowering the drug dosage, I guess, of me being asleep. I don't know what you call it. Anesthesia,
Like
Yeah,
an induced
anesthetic.
coma
Yeah.
type thing.
There you go.
Yeah.
So they start slowly removing that, and then apparently my wife was saying that I was reacting to like the nurses and them whenever they would ask like stuff like they saw me start squeezing my hand randomly. I started moving my foot, so they're like, okay, he's good, like he's active, like it's not like he's brain dead. I guess that's what they were looking for.
Right.
I
Yeah.
said I've always been brain dead, but anyway.
Oh, that's him normally.
Right. He's just twitching. Don't worry.
They're like, do you want us to bring him back? She's like, no, he just broke his arm.
Right.
Pull the plug. But anyway,
It's like
so
if you were a horse, they'd take you out back and shoot you.
yeah, for no reason, we just got to reshoe it.
Yeah.
No. But so anyway, they
He tells me to
eventually
shut it.
they eventually woke me up slowly, and the first thing I remember, apparently, at one point I tried to write, which is I'm not a writer, so that makes no sense. But my wife's like, "Yeah, we asked you questions, and you were trying to write. And you were like, blah, 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 blah." And I was
Hold
like,
on, I got some
apparently I was making
ideas.
weird noises and like writing things out. It looked like I must have been attached to the aliens or something because it was like hieroglyphics. You know what I mean? Like it was really bad. It was like
Right.
I wouldn't even, I would be embarrassed if I was an alien and I saw that written on the wall. But anyway, it was pretty bad. And so apparently that was the first thing I did was I tried to like talk to them. Apparently I said certain things and they could tell what I was saying. Like I asked about the kid. The first thing I asked about were the kids. You know what I mean?
Right.
That was more of my concern. My wife's like, oh, I see how it is. But no, I asked about the kids and I asked about my wife. She's like, I'm right here. I'm like, oh, you know what I mean? I asked weird questions probably because I
You
didn't
said
really.
you were
Yeah, but
trying
they're
to
used
ask
to
how
that
you
kind of
got
stuff.
there.
Yeah. I was pretty much confused. Yeah. So
I would imagine so.
apparently I fell back asleep. A day later I wake up. They've already taken all the dosage off. They're like, he's gonna wake up. So they already pulled like the tube and all that because they wanted me to slowly wake up without flipping out, I guess.
Right.
And so then the first thing I remember hearing is, you know where you are? And I look over to my right side, it's my brother-in-law. So I was like, I'm in a hospital. He's like, yes, you're correct. You're in a hospital. And so he's like, and then that's kind of how they're like, okay, he knows where he is.
So
You know
at
what I
least
mean?
you're coherent.
Yeah. And so that was kind of the phase of that. And they did like days later, we did therapy where I had to walk around and pretty much it all came down to I have a bad heart. I've always had a bad heart. I've had a bad heart since I was born. I had transposition of the greater vessels. Do you believe that's what it's called? It's where like your vessels are like knotted up when you're born, or I don't think it can happen when you're older. I think it's just when you're born.
Right.
And when they had to wait till I was 4 months old to do something they called a mustard procedure. And I think at the time that was like I was like number 15 or something in that trial. At the time, it wasn't really highly accepted. It was more of an experiment. And so I wasn't technically supposed to live till I was only supposed to live till like 8, 9, 10, or 11, somewhere around there. I wasn't supposed to live past that point, pretty much. So that's also the reason why I'm probably get sick. You know what I mean? Because I'm not.
And you choose to stream first-person shooters, you crazy son.
Yeah, I have no.
Talk
I have
about
no
getting your
remorse.
stress level up there.
Right.
I've noticed. So that's what I've noticed lately with how I got sick again, is that when I play games like that, like my body can't. You know how like your body will get exhausted. Like it starts, and I'm like, I have to stop playing it. Like I have to stop playing it because my body starts getting it gets way more worked up than it did, and I was like, nah, this shit's killing me. So I kind of get off and I kind of relax, and now I can play like Stardew Valley and shit like that. But
So you need to play more of the cozy game.
You play Hello Kitty, don't lie.
I actually would if I owned it.
Animal Crossing. Animal
I
Crossing.
think my wife got a free version of that when we got her. You know how they have those cheaper MacBook, the Neos?
Yeah.
They had Apple Arcade. I think they had that for free on there for a second. And she's like, wasn't that bad? You know what I mean? I was like, that looks kind of cool. But
So
yeah,
I'm
I'm actually
playing World of Warcraft, and you're playing Hello Kitty Island Adventure.
I probably could handle.
You're like
I probably
Butters.
wouldn't flip out.
If you stay away from the PvP.
Probably. My buddy, he plays a lot of PvP. That's the problem. He's like he'll take people on little runs or whatever, and they'll get on his Twitch channel. That's how he builds his channel up. But it's kind of crazy to do that. I'm like, dude, they're only going to stay for a second. You know what I mean?
Right. Till they get whatever they need.
Yeah.
If you ever want to see anybody have an aneurysm on stream, just watch Neodeath play Magic.
You'll play Magic on there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's funny. He'll just...
Oh, I crashed the fuck out.
Yeah. There was a time I was working from home and I had him on my computer on the other side, and I was working and I actually had to turn him down because I was afraid that him crashing out was going to go through the microphone.
Imagine.
And then like one of my clients was going to be able to hear it. And he's like, fucking. And I was like,
so like you play the cards, or how do you play it with your Magic?
Yeah, you can play. There's digital Magic Arena, and it's pretty much the same thing.
Is it pay to play or no?
It can be, but it can also be free.
Okay. So pretty much you'll never win if you don't pay.
I mean, once you get your cards built up, because you have to like get packs and stuff, like kind of like normal. You do pay. You can pay real money to get them, but you can get them free too by just doing your daily stuff.
No one has any eBay codes that you can snag?
Nope. Can't do it that way. You have to either pay real money or just grind it out the free.
That sounds rough.
Man, I didn't know you had any kind of heart issues. I actually have some myself as well.
Do you? What do you?
Yeah. Well, mine. I wasn't born with mine like you were, so I mean, I'm kind of a poser in that way. No, they think mine actually came because my dad drove the trucks that carried Agent Orange in Vietnam.
Oh.
And
Vietnam. I love that place.
Yeah. And I
go there for vacation.
Yeah. But they think that it got through his like veins and went to me, and then I ended up with a kind of cancer called retinoblastoma.
Son of a gun.
And
that's the one eye.
Yeah.
What? He only has one eye?
I know.
Fuck. Why didn't you guys tell me?
This whole time.
That's to bring it up.
So one of the chemotherapy drugs that they gave me was basically just out of its experimental stage at that time, just going into the hospitals. And now, like later on, they're finding out that it's causing issues 15 years later. Well, mine was 30 years later, and it was kind of weird. I thought, 31 years old at the time. I thought that I was just having like pneumonia or something like that. And
you're getting heart problems.
Yeah, well, I didn't know that I was really having any kind of issues like that. I thought it was just pneumonia. My mom gives me her card and says, "Here, go to the walk-in clinic." I go to the walk-in clinic, and long story short, they sent me to the emergency room. And the emergency room instantly, they were like, "Oh yeah, you've got congestive heart failure, and we're admitting you." And my ejection fraction was actually down to only 5%. Like, and they're saying it's probably less than 5 at that point. Like how I was walking around, they don't know.
So half of your heart was pumping probably, because that's what happened to me when
not even half. So yeah, they were able to save me, but the thing was, they did a catheterization for me, and because they want to see if there's any kind of blockages or anything, because they didn't know exactly what was happening at the time. And here's the thing: the doctor came in, he was like, "Oh yeah, the risk of this is like 1 in 1,000. I've done 10,000 of these, never had any issue." Yeah, he says that. I'm not even kidding. He does that, and I was like, so what? He's like, "Oh, I've had people eat right before this, and it won't hurt you at all." He's acting like so cocky, like he's done these a million times. He does them all day, every day, and of course I go back there. They give me the Benadryl to help me relax, and my heart bottoms out. Just from Benadryl.
I don't know why he gave you Benadryl. That slows anybody down.
It was just to help me relax, because the muscles were tense and everything.
He should have gave you. Well, I'm not a doctor, so here I am trying to be.
And this was 11 years ago. So, but so he does that. Now, he said at that point they weren't even reading that I had a heartbeat. It was flatlining on the systems, but when they used their stethoscope, they could hear it, but it was like so faint. They had to basically do their catheterization, and then I was like, "So did you use the paddles on me?" And they were like, "No, it was your heart was actually too low. If we'd have done that, that would have stopped the heart." So they had to bring me out with adrenaline.
Man, I wish they'd give me some of that.
Yeah, and they told my mom and my wife that I would be back there for 45 minutes. Apparently, I was there for 3 hours. I didn't even know
Ooh.
anything had happened because it had, my heart had stopped so much I passed out. And of
Oh.
course, when I'm coming back, they took me into the ICU. I had no idea what was happening, and literally as I'm starting to come out, and the doctors are pushing me, and I'm like, why does it feel later than it? And I pass out. I go into this room. I'm like, this isn't the room they said I'd be in. Of course, that's ICU, but I pass out again, and they're like, yeah, at that point you were coming out of it, but you weren't there. And then I wake up and I see my mom and my wife hugging, and I'm like, these two don't like. Am I dying? What the fuck? I pass out again. I wake up and I hear the doctor say his heart is very sick. Of course, I go out again, and then the minute I wake up, I see a priest standing over me. I'm like, "Fuck!" Like, literally, like,
No, I'm here. I'm
That's-
alive. I'm alive.
That's right.
and I'm literally yelling at him. They're like, he's like, "Would you like a prayer for the family?" And I'm like, "Not last rites, God damn it!" and like, they're like, "No, no, no!" And I was like, "I'm not even Catholic. I don't know if they could give me last rites." And I'm like, they're like, "No, no, it's a prayer for the family." And he's like, "It's okay. We've seen this kind of thing before." And yeah, he's like, yeah, he's just confused because of everything that just happened. And I was like, and then I find out later that I flatlined and that I was pretty much dead on the table, and they weren't sure if they were even going to pull me out. And I was kind of like, so wait, this doctor's so cocky, like, oh yeah, everything's going to be just fine. And then look what happens.
It's bad when you get congestive heart failure, because I probably had it my whole life, but that happened to me in like 2019. Same scenario. I was working up in West Texas, and I thought I got a cold, and I ended up working the rest of the week out. So I was taking cold medicine, and I thought, oh, you got a cold. Well, I was building up fluids.
Yeah.
And I drove back down. I was taking painkillers because I'm fucking crazy. So I was all hyped up on painkillers, driving back half numb. You know what I mean? But it was because I thought my kidney was hurting, but it was really because like my heart was only half pumping. Like it was like half working. And so pretty much I was driving back half dead, if you want to be real.
Wow.
But I couldn't feel it because I was numb at that point. Got back. My wife tried to make me something. I was like, I can't eat it. She brought me to the ER. And that's when they're like, you have congestive heart failure. But I already knew I was sick. As a kid, I was sick, obviously. But I didn't know it was going to hit me like that again. You know what I mean? Like it kind of came out of nowhere, like a wrecking ball, like that one song, that one chick sings.
My doctors
Miley
have actually
Cyrus.
recommended that I get a defibrillator, not a pacemaker, because they said everything's fine with that, but they were like, at least a defibrillator. But of course, and now they're sitting there going like, oh yeah, it's one of the most common procedures that we ever do. It's so simple.
They
like,
do.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Well, no, they do. And what they'll do is they'll run leads down to your heart, depending on what you're doing. And they do it pretty quick. And when they give you anesthesia, like they'll literally be like, you ready for your anesthesia? And you're like, yeah. And then literally they're like, how I do it is
Time
like,
to wake up.
I get my anesthesia. I close my eyes. I don't play no games. I don't sit there and be like, can I see Jesus before this? No, I close my eyes because I'm like, it's gonna work. So just close your eyes. And I wake up and they're already done.
Right.
You're like, what the hell? But they get it done pretty quick.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
like,
Amazed.
we're gonna count down to 10. 1, 2.
Yeah, it works. One time I woke up when they were doing like a pressure test. They do a pressure test on your heart sometimes, depending on what you have in there. And I woke up in between it, but it's because they put me on a low dose anesthesia. That sucked. That seemed really bad. 'Cause I could feel the doctor. What they do is they put it through your vein by your leg,
Right.
and I could feel him shoving. Or it was actually her this time around. She was shoving the. It's like a little wire, and I guess it has a little microscopic camera on it, or pressure or whatever. And they're shoving it in there, and then they're pulling it out, like almost like they're going fishing, but they're going fishing through your vein. And so you feel it, and you're like, and then you feel them pulling, and she was like, are you good? I'm like, no, I'm not good. Like, because you know how like if you visualize it, you see it, and then you're feeling it, you're like, I know what you're doing. Like, I can see what you're doing. And they're like, she's like, give him more anesthesia. Like, she was almost mad about it.
Right.
And then she told my wife, she's like, he was whining a lot in there. You're going fishing. Like,
Well, you know what? That hospital was probably like low on anesthesia.
I probably used it all up.
Now we got to use it on this guy.
Well, when I had the guy doctors do it, they didn't say any of that crap because they were like, yeah, he needs drugs. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
of course he's gonna want drugs. Like, why would he be sitting? Of course he's not. I mean, he's whining because you're going through his freaking vein. You know, you might as well just drill a
And
hole
woke
through
up
his
during
hand.
it. So yeah, that's the anesthesiologist for
Yeah.
not giving you enough.
Yeah, and the anesthesiologist didn't care. It was her that cared. She's kind of like, I want to see pain. You know what I mean? You're
Maybe
like,
she
dude.
told him, "Hey, just back it off a little. Let's have some fun today."
So
Yeah,
she was
I
like
was
the
like,
doctor
damn.
version of Art the Clown, apparently.
She was all into, yeah, he should be able to handle this. Well, you know, maybe 10 years ago.
All
But
right.
I don't have that big a you know what's no more. I'm not gonna say it out loud, but oh yeah, dude, that stuff's scary. It really is.
Can be, yeah.
Yeah.
I've had about 22 surgeries my whole life, and you never get used to it.
No, they tell you do, but my
No,
whole
just-
chest is broke in half.
I went in for a colonoscopy recently, just something that you have to do in your older age, and that's like, okay, I am not.
Make sure you get your tests there, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I went in, of course, again, they were like, oh, yeah, pretty common procedure. And I'm just like, I'm telling my wife, like, I've heard this before. She's like, oh, completely different set of circumstances. I'm like, I don't care. I've still heard
I go to
it
the bathroom
before.
pretty well, so I don't think I need it. So has everybody got it or no? I'm not being ugly. Has
No,
everybody got one?
I had to have one, and I've got another one scheduled for like a couple of years from now. And
Okay,
then
I've
Yeah,
never
when you
done it.
get older,
I'm
that's
figuring
what you
it.
get to look forward
Yeah,
to.
I've got one scheduled for
My
me.
wife's gonna have one too.
Oh, damn it.
Shit, I think I gotta
It's
schedule
just
mine.
get yourselves checked. You know, it's a couple minutes of discomfort is nothing
Ugh.
compared to.
Yeah, it's more the night before the prep, that fucking drink.
You have to drink
and-
all that liquid.
God.
Yeah, the night of 1,000 waterfalls, as Bob and Tom like to call it.
Yep. Yep.
So I
You
didn't
might as
have
well
to-
just sleep on the bathroom floor. 'Cause,
Well, I take
God.
diuretics, I think, so that it's normal for me.
Well, here's the
Oh,
thing.
like
I had mine
waterfall.
early. I had mine early the next morning, and of course, the night before you can only drink like broth or in like clear liquids and stuff like
Right.
that. But they didn't have me drink that nasty stuff that you guys always had to do. They literally
the
just
color.
told
Whatever it is, you'll drink.
they told me that it was like a mixture of Miralax and Docalax, and they just
Oh.
had me take like the max amount that you could throughout the day, and then they had me drink like a couple things of Powerade, Gatorade or Powerade.
Mhm.
Interesting.
But it had to
Sounds
be blue. Like it had to be
Right.
the blue stuff.
Right,
Because
they,
if you-
they don't want the dye to
Yeah.
mess up the stuff. Yeah.
So I had to do that, but it was like the night before. It was like the whole day. It was like maybe a couple times I had to go to the bathroom, but the night before it was just like, okay, I'm in bed now. I'm in the bathroom. Back in bed. 2 seconds left in the bathroom. At that point, I actually just went to the couch and I was like, because I'm gonna keep waking her up, and she's got to drive me there. So I was like, so I'll just
Right.
And that's how I actually ended up watching like a whole bunch of Hitchcock movies. Was just because I had already,
So do they check? They're checking for cancer in your buttocks. Am I right?
Yeah,
in there.
that and polyps and like all the
Yeah.
things. Yeah.
All that fun stuff.
hemorrhoids, fissures. That's the thing is like all colon cancers start from hemorrhoids, but most hemorrhoids never turn into colon cancer. But you don't want to chance it and have be that one, you know.
Right.
You don't want to, you know, because that's what happened to James Vanderbeek. He didn't get himself checked, I guess, in enough time, and
That's what happened.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
So yeah,
Yep.
all you men out there, make sure you schedule your colonoscopy.
yeah, rest in peace to the Dawson. You know,
I mean, I know I did one a couple years ago when I turned 40, and you know, I'm gonna be 46 on Tuesday, so I should probably get
Jeebers.
in here.
Sound like you're getting younger.
Right.
But yeah, Frank, what you said that you started on Twitch and Kick and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Have you? I know you said that you were on Facebook. I know you can actually still do Facebook, but like you have to do it through their live.
Yeah, I used to do it through part of their live whenever they're finishing that up for a while. Or you had to. I tried. Maybe I'm trying to think if that's the same thing. It was kind of weird linking up on Facebook to send it. It
Yeah.
was always to me a hassle.
Yep.
You were like,
Still
I'm
is.
gonna stream this and I'm gonna have 14 viewers, and then you're like, there's 0 viewers. You're like, but this is the world. Like everybody's on Facebook. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Let's
Right.
think everybody's on Facebook. Nobody's
Facebook was
going
a
to your,
struggle.
you know.
no one's going to watch a stream. They're going to go look at memes on there. You know?
Right.
See, and
We
that's
better
what
just-
I was.
Stream memes.
Because I do Extra Life every year,
Yeah.
and everybody was like, and my family was like, how can I watch? How can I watch? And I'm like, oh, you go to Twitch or you go to YouTube and da da da
I don't
da.
understand it, right?
And they don't understand it. And then one year I was like, Facebook. Everybody is on Facebook. Like my mom is on Facebook. I'm
Yeah.
like, so I tried it through there, and it's such a pain in the ass to stream on Facebook.
Yeah.
And like the first thing was, my channel I had to have 100 followers. Okay, well, I got the 100 followers, so I was able to stream. And now, like, some people have stopped following me, so now I can't even stream again because until I get back up to 100 followers, and I'm just like, fuck it, it's not worth it.
No, and then they did have so it was weird. Facebook did a thing where they had they selected partners. It was really weird.
Mm-hmm.
And like random people you would never even watch. You're like, who the fuck is this?
Was this after they bought Mixer?
Yeah, and they would be like, we're acquiring, and I'm like, I don't even know who this motherfucker is. Like, you wouldn't even know. Like, you're like, who's that? And what's weird about it is no one heard of them, and they got like 200 viewers. You're like, and then what came out later is that Facebook was paying like ad companies to like bot all these streamers.
Yeah.
They were botting all their partners, like 200, 400, 800, and you're like, that is insane.
Well, didn't they have Ninja for a while? Wasn't Ninja?
Mixer had Ninja.
Yeah,
for a brief second.
Like right before Facebook bought them.
Yeah, Ninja couldn't pay the bills, so he bailed. Problem was Ninja, and it's not me talking bad. He was a kid friendly Fortniter, and that's how he became popular. You know, he breaks out to Mixer, where all these kids are not going to go. And I'm not bashing Mixer, but Mixer was new at the time, still fresh. And these kids' parents are like, hell no, you can stay on Twitch and watch this son of a bitch. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And he wasn't going to stream on Twitch no more. So then Ninja went from, I don't know how many viewers. He probably had, 8,000 viewers, 12,000 viewers?
A shit ton to, like, nobody.
Yeah, so let's just say he had 6,000 viewers on Twitch on a normal day. And he goes down to, like, 300, 500 on Mixer.
Yeah.
It really doesn't hurt him. It hurts Mixer.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because
they aren't pulling the eyes. Yeah.
Mixer's like, we're gonna give him $3 million if he has to walk away from this. I think it was more than that. I think he walked away with $6 million whenever he cut and ran. And then the other guy, damn it, I can't remember his name so much. He was a pro Counter-Strike player, and then he became a good streamer.
Was that Shroud?
Shroud. He ended up walking away with like $3 million.
Yeah.
Whenever they cut their contracts. And so my whole point is that I think Mixer would have lasted had they not give out big checks. You know what I mean?
Possibly, yeah.
I don't know. They had a good platform.
I think they had a great platform. And I mean that's kind of where Beam has kind of, took over.
As long as they can hold the market.
Mixer used to be called Beam.
Mm-hmm.
And then
that's right.
And then, they had the FTL chat that Beam is now introducing. And, Angel has been on our show and said, he's reached out to the original people who made Mixer and, said, is it okay if we use this, FTL and all of that? And so there's no problems there with them using that.
So they're getting the approval.
Yeah. Yeah.
FTL. So they own the rights to Beam then. Beam does, right? Is that how that's working?
Yeah.
For FTL?
Well, in general, so Mixer used to be Beam.
He owns the name Beam.
Okay, so he owns the name Beam.
Yes.
That was the question.
Yep.
Yeah, Angel
Beam
does, yeah.
Okay.
I believe, if he's still watching, he can correct us, but
I'm pretty sure that's what he said, is that he reached out to them and said, hey, I want to use this name.
Right.
And then I think he said it wasn't trademarked yet, so he took the trademark, but told them, "Hey, I'm doing this," and they're like, "Okay."
He did it as a gentleman.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Kind of like Weird Al. Like Weird Al reaching out to all the artists that he parodies.
Right.
So
he says, "I'm going to make fun of you." They're like, "Okay."
So my question is like, where'd you get your name? Like Frank in real life. What made you go with that?
Hey, so there's
probably another story.
There's another story that so I wasn't called Frank in real life originally, but I couldn't.
Well, is your name actually Frank, or is it just another?
You just add LIN at the end.
Okay.
So like.
Well, some people, what was it? Don't call me Jay or something, and their name's not Jay.
Oh,
yeah,
no,
my actual name is Frank Lynn, but so FrankIRL came from the assumption that, like, I want people to know that's in real life. That's who I am, Frank. So a lot of people are like, "Oh, you're an IRL streamer." I'm like, I wish. I don't have time for that. Like, if I had a fishing pole and $10,000 or $100,000 in the bank, that'd be different. But I don't.
Right.
You know what I mean? But the IRL means in real life, because they're always like, IRL, right? Well, in real life, like, that's who I am, really.
Right.
But that varied from other names. Like, I used to be called way back in the day Firetex Kills 85. So every time you get slaughtered on Battlefield, you see that name come up, which would probably be a lot. But anyway,
not to toot your own horn.
Yeah. But so I used to be Firetex Kills 85 on every platform. So that means whether it be Kick, whether it be Twitch. So the funny thing is, I started that new name when I went to LiveSpace. Actually, that's where that name came from. Because we're the new platform. I was like, I want to be somebody different. Like, I don't want to be the guy I used to be. And so I did FrankIRL because I looked through the names on LiveSpace at the time, and I was like, nobody's using. It didn't feel like anybody was using a gamer tag, right?
Right.
It seemed like I was like. So then I was like, you need to be a little different and not do what everybody's doing. So just change your name up so you seem more formal. And then the other thing came from, like I told my wife, I wanted to be brand accessible down the road, where a brand could be like, we can use you because you're not talking about kill it in your name. You know what I mean?
Right.
We can use you because it's just FrankIRL. We can use you because, you know what I mean? There's so many variations
I guess
of why
I'm
they could use
screwed.
it. No, you're good. You're good as long as you sell those death waters. No, I'm just kidding.
All right. Liquid death.
But some names are usable. Like Asmongold, as bad as it sounds, like it's kind of a shitty name, but they can use it. You know what I mean? They won't have any problem using his name because it's just like Asmongold. Okay, you know what I mean?
And you're recognizable. You know who you're talking about.
Or you use Ninja. You can use Ninja, and every 12-year-old, every 18-year-old will be like, I know who that is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
turtle.
Yeah, I was gonna say for the 12-year-olds, it's probably like Mr. Beast or something.
Yeah,
like
Mr.
that,
Beast.
you know?
And there's those other Fortniters that are pretty good now. That are
I know.
younger.
My kids follow the Minecraft streamers, so there's like Dream. I know my son was big into Dream for a while, and what's the other one that he's always talking? Narfy, I think is the guy's name or something like that. I have no idea. Normal guy, if you're watching, correct me. What's the name of your freaking? Yeah,
I
that's
don't know if he is watching.
I don't know.
Online.
I told him to behave, but so.
Maybe that's why.
Behave means go play Minecraft.
That's
why it's quiet in chat, is because I said you can chat, just don't be your normal goofy self.
Right. He was here for a minute, and I said hi, but then
I changed my name up just so I could be more, like I said, I could be more brand friendly and more eccentric to people, where they're like, oh, and they can kind of remember it. You know what I mean? It's kind of hard to not. If you don't remember that, you just hate me, which is fine. I'll be real, I get a lot
still
of
remembering,
hate, which is fine. I get a lot of hate because I post a lot of content.
Yeah,
like when someone posts one piece of content in a week, I can drop like anywhere between 5 to 10 videos that week, guaranteed.
Oh,
Guaranteed.
speaking of my mom being on Facebook, she is not watching. So,
but yeah,
we call her
so
Veronica, I think is how you say that.
Yeah, no. You might want to get your eye checked.
Yeah.
God dang it.
Really?
I'm very nice.
No, we do that all the time. It's totally fine.
That's being tame.
right?
So.
That was a wink, but you don't know it because it's just an eye.
Oh my God.
I figured if there was ever a perfect time to use that, right then was that time.
So
what games are y'all looking forward to coming out?
There's this new one called GTA 6. Never played it
before.
No.
I know that Point Me has been talking about how excited he is.
Yes, he's very excited about GTA 6.
I can see him
wait
playing
to get it.
Nope.
He's
I've got.
he actually got. So Koimiya actually got some sort of award from Rockstar for being the very first person
Yeah, okay.
to pre-order
Yeah.
in the United States.
Number
No.
5.
No.
It was at our baby
I mean,
metal tickets.
we got we got
No.
let's see, I got Halo coming out soon.
Ooh,
The,
that's a new
the-
one.
Well,
For
no,
Halo?
it's the remake of the
remake.
first the campaign Evolved.
Oh yeah, Halo Evolve is
I
coming
think I
out.
was
That's gonna be on
12 when that came
PS5,
out.
right?
Yeah, it's on PS5. Yeah,
Okay.
They actually moved it
Um,
over.
yeah, it's on
I
PS5
mean, a lot of
and
places,
it's going to be on Game Pass
Microsoft
as well.
ones
Okay.
are going to
So awkward, right?
right.
And then
Put it on the big controller.
Are you
What
excited
else?
for Blood of Dawnwalker?
that looks awesome.
I'm looking forward to that one.
Is it a vampire game?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
done by the people who did like The Witcher.
Did you hear that?
You
Yeah,
kind of froze
cut
up.
out.
You froze. There you go. You're back.
You're
I don't
back.
know.
Everybody froze,
Spectrum, son of a bitch.
right? But
However, if they were to want to sponsor us, then Spectrum is an awesome son of a bitch.
Greatest
But-
internet ever.
but yeah, Blood of the Dawnwalker is done by a bunch of the ex devs from Witcher. So
Okay.
if you
Mhm.
like that sort of thing,
Is it
Is
like
that one
is it
coming
like
out
an
this year?
RPG?
it is
Kind of.
later this year, I believe.
I think it's like an open world RPG.
Yeah.
is what
Yeah,
it
it's
looks
coming
like.
out. It's coming out like right around the same time as Wolverine because pretty much
Oh, good.
because of GTA 6, the whole industry is like cannibalizing itself into September.
Yeah, September is going to be stupid dumb for games.
Yeah,
There's gonna
But
be a
I
lot.
think
that
Wolverine
fail.
will still win out.
Yeah.
You think so?
you think it'll beat GTA 6?
That I don't think it will do. Not a shot in hell.
I think the problem is with that though. There's gonna be so many people streaming it that it's gonna be overwhelming. Like you're gonna get on streaming and be like, I just want to.
Everybody's just playing GTA 6.
Yeah,
Who do
I
I
mean,
want to
it's-
watch?
Not me.
It's okay. You know what I mean?
Everybody
I'm not-
but Koimiya is streaming GTA 6.
I'm going to send you a copy. It's in the mail.
I think
Yeah,
it would
okay.
be more. I think it'd be more beneficial to play it offline, and you actually get to enjoy it. That's just
Would you actually play it if I sent you a copy?
If he
I mean,
bought,
yeah,
if he went to the store and bought you the whole
Still
The
in the
code.
mail.
Yeah, I could just send you the
I was
code.
going to say, what copy are we talking here? It's all
GTA 6.
You can buy it
Yeah.
in the stores, and then it's just gonna have a code in the box. So
Yeah.
if he sends you that box that has the code, would you play it?
eventually. I mean, Diablo 4.
You could be-
By
you
that
could be
time,
a-
you'd be sick of Diablo 4, I think.
You
No,
could be a
because it'll be a
sheriff
new
on there.
season.
I was going to say a new season, though, right?
So Koimiya, what other games are you looking forward to?
I mean, I'll check out Wolverine,
Obviously,
and then I know my boys are excited about Minecraft Dungeons 2, and Fable next year.
Fable looks like it's gonna be good though.
Yeah, and then I just picked up Resynced, the Black Flag Resynced, not too long ago.
My
so-
boy
That-
Ron would have played Fable, but he passed away. So
that looks awesome. Resynced.
yeah,
I mean, I loved the original Black Flag. So
Black Flag was my favorite Assassin's Creed game. It's the only one that I've finished.
I have it on PS5. I mean, because it's a PS4, you can get that. And
Right. Well, they just re-released it with
I
like
feel so good, even an old
rebuilt up
one.
from the ground up. So
the combat
graphic-wise
is
and
more
everything.
fluid. It's actually a lot more like it was in Shadows, but
Yeah.
without all of the parrying that you had to do in Shadows.
Hmm.
So it's
Maybe I would
fluid.
actually
Like,
like
pull
that
your
one.
sword out. You can actually fight people without
Yeah.
doing all this weird crap.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
to
I
slaughter
know.
people. That sounds good.
I ran into some financial issues and they're not getting better anytime soon. But I still need to play Pragmata. I
I
need to
still
play-
haven't played that. I pre-ordered it and I haven't touched that one.
I need to do that one. I still need to do Mouse PI for hire.
Mouse PI, that one took my precedence.
That one's in the
Um,
mail.
The one I'm really looking forward to playing that's been out for a while is First Light 007.
I want to do, but
I played that
$70
one.
is just a crank. It is a crank on the wallet.
Yeah.
That
Like,
one, yeah, that
can't
one's
do it.
not worth the $70
I
that
say maybe
you had to pay.
$35 on sale.
See,
That's-
everybody
Yeah.
keeps telling me that it is, but you're the only one that's told me it's not.
I hated the combat. Like, you're constantly having to switch through guns because you run out of ammo, and not every gun uses the same ammo.
Can you throw your gun at them or no?
You can throw the gun once it's unloaded, but then you have to go pick up another one. And I'm like, I'm in a big old gunfight, and I have to run out here out of cover, go pick up another gun so I can shoot.
Your old Navy SEALs don't even do that, but this guy can.
Right. Like, what is going on? But like the story and all that was really good. That was the only thing that I didn't.
Does he
like
have any girlfriends on there? Like any love scenes or no?
Yeah.
Well,
There's one where he has to like romance a girl, and then
I might get it for 70. Then it might be worth it.
I mean, it's not like GTA. It doesn't have the sex scene or
okay.
You know what?
God of War where you have to do the buttons.
I want to bring some up on that though, but I still need to play Little Nightmares 3, and then for ones that are coming up, I'm really looking forward to Gears of War, E-Day.
Gears of War have always made good games.
Yeah, so
whatever.
Oh yeah, so E-Day, and then like he said with Blood of Dawnwalker, I'm also very much looking forward to Wolverine. There were some other ones.
Can't forget Zelda. We got a new Zelda coming out this year. Well, remake.
Is it going to be on? Then it's going to be on Switch, right?
Yep, it's going to switch to specifically the second one.
Oh, I'm too bright.
I don't think it's going to be down compatible.
Yeah, there was also Phantom Blade Zero and Ghost of Reincarnation.
That Phantom Blade still looks like a Souls-like every time I see the thing.
It looks like it, but everyone that I've talked to,
I know, and they've said it's not supposed to be, but
is it made by the same creators?
Looks like one.
It's a Sony exclusive. I'm not sure who made it.
Makes that one.
Or if it's the same devs.
I know Control Resonant is coming out. And then
Trent Reznor, what?
No, Control Resonant. And then there was that other one too. That was what was that? A Plague Tale.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that one. I'm looking forward to that one, and then obviously GTA 6. That's probably all I'm gonna play end of November and pretty much all of December.
Right. We all have that contract, right? That with the wife.
My wife won't sign it.
My wife will sign it.
When she looked at it and said, "Go fuck yourself."
I don't have it.
Yeah,
the contract
I know you don't have it.
The wife.
The contract. I've got a wife. I don't have the contract.
Well, that's because you don't have GTA 6 yet. I'm going to send you the code, and we're all good.
Okay.
You know what?
Send me the code for the Switch version.
Koimiya, if he does send you GTA 6, we should all get on like GTA Online.
Yeah,
well,
we'll teach you how to play.
Do the heist and everything.
Well, we'll rob a bank together, so you feel closer to me.
Okay.
I'll shoot at the cops.
For you, Frank.
For you. I'll shoot the cops. Don't worry about it.
And then obviously Fable coming out. Fable coming out next year. I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Are they gonna have an airport on GTA 6?
I'm sure they'll have an airport.
They better have an airport.
Well, yeah, because it's Miami. There's no way they can't.
Okay, I'm going to move some fentanyl. I mean,
So I heard in GTA 6, because your two protagonists are technically in a relationship with each other.
Oh, that girl and guy?
Yeah, so if you actually partake if you go to the strip clubs, like she can go with you. It'll be the first game with male strip clubs to cater to the ladies. And then I've also heard if you pick up the we'll just say because we're on TikTok, but if you pick up a lady of the night and
lady friend, okay,
yeah, and do stuff, it'll actually weigh on your relationship and how the two of them interact.
What about if she cheats on you?
Yeah, right.
Same thing. It'll weigh on the relationship.
But if it's a girl, if it's two girls, it's okay.
I'm thinking if you have something on her, you could control the situation a little, the relationship a little better. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just me, though,
Like people now are going like, yeah, and they have just announced that if you commit a crime and you are busted, then you'll go to prison for X amount of time. And I'm like, well, that would actually be cool if you could play like prison missions, like that are tied. But they're like, oh no. But if you go for breaking and entering, that's 3 months, and you then have that character locked up in 3 months in real life.
That would be kind of crazy.
No, that's stupid. There's no way
real life they wouldn't do that.
No, they do like
What?
3 minutes.
Right.
Right.
And then I thought, I caught somebody talking about it, and they were trying to say that like this game is going to mimic the weather actually in Florida while you're playing it. And I'm like, the fuck it is.
I don't think so. 'Cause
Like,
it's gonna be
like the
hot
actual
a lot.
weather. Then.
Right. I'm like, no, they're not going to go that far.
They're trying to get clicks. They're trying to
Yeah,
They don't
the
have a
only thing I've
weather
ever
system.
seen
I
was-
thought
It's
about
gonna-
correcting him. I'm like, yeah, whatever. You do you, bro.
Animal Crossing does that when you set your like central time, whatever. It mimics some of the weather. Now, is it accurate? Not all the
No.
time. Like one time it was raining and it wasn't raining here. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell's going on here? But I guess rain was in the forecast.
Mm.
But it
And
does
so it
also
was
mimic like the day-night cycle too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's pretty cool. I mean, for a game where animals, like to get on your island and live there for free, I guess, which is not cool. 'Cause I like rent money.
Right.
And that's
And
why I
you
like
gotta-
the one thing I like about the sports games too. Like when you're playing Madden during an actual NFL season, like it'll have like
Snow and all that.
the live score updates and things too.
That is really cool. I used to play.
Man,
I
haven't
came from the
played
era of
Madden
Game Day.
forever.
Remember Game Day on the
Game
PS1?
day. Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
my era right there. Like, oh, I love to play that game.
That was a
I'd be all
Sony.
into it.
That was Sony's.
Sony.
Before they did the MLB The Show, that was like
Yep.
their version of the football one, NFL Game Day.
Yep.
Before NFL gave Madden all the rights to
Their life.
their life, yeah. That's why you don't have like the NFL 2K because those
Dude,
were
it
great
sucks.
games too.
Yeah,
So,
Madden's good, but they took away from the independence. You know what I mean? Of all these other companies running their own thought process of it.
but they did put my
mean-
boy on the cover this year,
Mhm.
Caleb Williams. He's on the cover of Madden this year.
Isn't that the curse though? As soon as they get on
Yes
the
and
cover,
no, but
That's it. He's gonna get busted
Yes
for
and no.
drugs or something. You watch. You just watch. You just watch.
but
Caught red-handed at the strip club.
I just see that there's a storm running through this area, so if I lose power, that's why.
So there's another indie game coming out. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. I think it's Storm Runners. I gotta look
I've
it up.
heard of the name, yeah.
that sounds
So-
familiar. Yeah.
It's on. I gotta look it up on Steam, but literally, it's kind of wild. So you know how they made those Are We There Yet, and all those weird RV games where you all
Yeah.
work together. Well, they made a game where you have to work with your people, like your group of guys, girls, whatever, and y'all's van breaks down. And you'll have to work on it while the tornadoes are coming in through town. It literally, you're seeing like water towers and stuff flying. If you get in between it, you have like a camera view, like you're a camera. It'll literally like throw the camera over with you when you get thrown and all that. It's
Oh,
pretty
geez.
crazy. I think it's Storm Runners.
Yeah, that
I have it
sounds
on my
familiar.
wish list. Let me look. I'll tell y'all real quick. So now I'm lying. Let me see. How do I find my wish list? Oh, daddy. I'm excited about it. I don't know why. I don't think
I'm
it's that
still
one.
liking your old Western aesthetic there with your camera.
I know, dude. I'll fix that when I get off here. I don't know what's going on. I might have broke the lens for all I know, but that's okay.
I mean, as long as you didn't burn out another video card.
I don't think so. I think it just has some weird things going on with it. Storm.
Overtaxed.
I don't think it's Storm Runners. It's something else, but it's in my my wish list. Don't be an idiot. Let me go look for it real quick. I just saved it, so I'll find it for y'all really quick. I'm excited about it.
I got it.
I'll make my wife play it.
Yeah.
I have
I
some weird stuff in my
So anyway, while he's pulling that up, I do
Funnel
wanna bring-
Runners. My bad. Funnel Runners.
Funnel runners. Okay.
Yeah. Weird. Okay. So yeah, it's Funnel Runners. I was way off.
No, but we did kind of hint at this earlier. What do you think about PlayStation ending their physical disc production in January of 2028? And that, while we're on the subject, it seems like there's actually Sony-owned developers that are like ripping on Sony and going, "Don't worry, God of War, Lao Fei, and Wolverine are going to have discs for there."
That's
It's like,
insane. Personally, it's a digital age, but I'm old school. Just like, we all moved from boom boxes to, I guess,
CDs.
iPods and
CD
yeah.
players.
Or yeah.
You go to
Zoom.
iPods, and now everybody
I
doesn't
haven't
even need
Zoom.
that. You have a phone, right? And they're
Zoom.
like, I don't need anything but my phone. Well,
Right.
unfortunately, the industry is moving that because if you, I mean, a show of hands, how many of y'all go to GameStop?
I do every so often if I'm in the mall already.
I do.
Okay,
Yeah, but
so
you
if
probably pick up what
I do,
used
but I don't-
games.
I-
You don't like go there to buy new games, right?
I go there to buy Funko Pops.
I
Honestly.
mean,
And
I
I-
have gone there to buy new games before, but that's usually when I was in there already, and I was like, "Oh shit, they don't have a used copy. I'll just grab a new one."
So I go usually if my kids want to go for some reason, or I go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real. I go about 2 times a year if I go. So, but out of the 2 times a year, I don't buy games. Usually, it's like what he's saying. I'll go buy like a plushie or something for the kids.
Right.
So I think it's gonna hurt places like that more than anything else. But you got to understand, GameStop sells a lot of digital stuff too. I mean, apparently
Yeah.
they sell a lot of codes, I'm sure. So
Yeah.
I don't think it'll hurt them, but I think their inventory is gonna get wiped, and they're gonna have more toys and stuff in there for you to play with. You know what I mean?
Well, I think
They're
they
gonna
were
move
going that
faster.
way kind of anyways.
Well, yeah, because if not, they'll go bankrupt because nobody's buying.
Well,
nobody,
no one
you
really
know,
goes in brick and mortar, period. Like, that's kind of a not...
It's a dead thing.
right.
And
Same thing with, like, Best Buy. I'm shocked they're still around.
for a collector, it's gonna be bad because collectors are usually like I told my wife, this is a good example. Is like a collector will buy a game from Japan years before they get it from here because they want the physical copy and they won't even open it because obviously
Right.
they can't speak Japanese. Not being ugly, but most of them can't speak Japanese.
Right.
They're an
Right.
American that collects a wall full of anime and all those different games like that. Like Final Fantasy would be a good example of that, right? They'll
Right.
buy them with all in the Japanese, art, and they'll leave it in that package. I think if they go away with physical copies, that's gonna hurt that market a lot for those people. For us, like me,
right.
you, and whoever, everything's mostly digital, so I don't think it's gonna hurt us. Now it's gonna be sad because we're not used to change. But how many times
Well,
have they
some
changed
people are.
things? Yeah.
Right.
The last 20 years, they've changed so many things.
Right.
So one year it'll be like, oh my God, I can't believe they're not making hard copies. The next year you're gonna be like, thank God I have a digital copy of this. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think storage, that's gonna help. What you also got to remember is it's also gonna help companies that mainline storage, like Google. They're gonna be able to be like, oh yeah, you can store here in our data centers now. That's another thing. Now you're gonna have more storage for your PC, your console. The storage companies are gonna make a lot of money. Like a lot of the hard drive companies and a lot of the cloud storage. And all it's going to do is accelerate cloud storage to be a lot quicker.
Right.
So technology is going to ramp up and we're going to throw the disc away. Just like we did with the DVD player.
Well, kind of what
Right.
you were talking about with GameStop here, that brought us into the next story here. GameStop is not hurting after Sony kills discs, and there's a good reason why. Software sales are the smallest part of GameStop's business.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they've switched their business to more kind of all of nerddom, right? They're doing
Yeah, instead of
cards,
just
they're
games.
doing Pokemon,
Mm-hmm.
figures, like all that stuff.
And they probably sell a lot of that during Christmas. That's probably
Right.
all they sell. They probably don't even sell games during Christmas.
Right. You know, mom and dad, they're not going to know, what to get, so they're just going to go into a store like that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And they're gonna get Pokemon cards and stuff, or they're gonna get a gift card and be like, I really don't know what to do. you know?
Right.
So, and I don't know. It sucks that they're gonna go away, but am I heartbroken over it personally? I mean, I can cry all day, but they're gonna do what they're gonna do.
Right. I mean, PS5 is when I finally made that switch to go digital because I was buying it more on the
Me too.
PlayStation Network, and I'm like, I don't go to the store anymore and buy a disc, so there's no point in me getting a disc drive in this thing.
I used
And I
to
think it
enjoy
costs
it.
more for
Well,
that.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. It costs to put that disc drive in because remember the PlayStation 5 was what, $200 more or whatever.
I paid it.
Yeah, and I did too. But now if they're going to do a digital only console, shouldn't that lower the price, not keep the price up?
Yes and no.
Yes,
I mean,
they can do what they
the
want.
new
Well,
RAM is what's going to drive the price.
Hey, this drive,
The GDR6 or
drive
right?
being
DDR6.
they're going to put more memory into the system or something
More
like
storage.
that. So
It's gonna
Right.
cost us out our ass.
Yeah, they'll have 2 drives on it.
because I have two NVE drives. Like, you know, you could pull your PS5 apart, and there's a
Right.
second. So I took a NVE drive, like a 2 gigabyte or 2 terabyte, and I snapped it in there with a 1 terabyte that came with it, or whatever it was, and now I have a lot more space.
Right.
But I didn't do that till my buddy Ron was like, "Yeah, just format it, and then you put it in there, and then it'll actually automatically read it as long as you put it as a FAT32 or whatever." And so
Right.
I put it in there, and it formats it for you, and now I have a stupid amount of storage on my PS5, like a stupid amount. You know what I
Right.
mean? And so I was like, I don't even need a hard disk. But remember this: when you put a hard disk in, it still writes storage.
Right.
Right.
It still puts most of it onto the drive anyway.
So you might as well just not. We just might as well forget about discs because we're not gonna live in that world no more. Unfortunately, there's no cartridges, no disc. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
I mean, the writing was kind of on the wall when the Blu-rays and DVDs kind of went away.
Weren't Blu-rays expensive when they came out?
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
When it first came out,
The cheapest way to get a Blu-ray player back in the
Was the
day was to buy the
PlayStation 2.
PS3, or
That's
2.
right. I remember that.
Yeah.
We actually bought a DVD the other day at Walmart. It was really weird. So my mother-in-law had an old DVD player that she just had like the cables, wrapped up. And she had it. She's like, I have it in storage, and we're like, okay, because we were like, we kind of miss having a DVD player. I don't know why we did, but we had a few DVDs, and my wife's like, screw it, just bring it over. Well, she's like, I'll just give it to y'all. So we hooked the DVD player up, and we watched The Notebook. All right. Don't judge me.
You were
So-
forced to do it.
Yeah, no. So we watched The Notebook,
Yeah.
and then we went and bought a copy of the new Dracula, I guess it is. And we watched it. I think that's what we did. We watched it on DVD, and that movie's actually pretty good. It's another love story if you're into that kind of thing. But
Vampire
was,
love stories, completely original.
yeah, we watched
At
it
least
on
it's
the
not
DVD
Twilight.
player. Yeah. We watched all those. But yeah, it was weird. It was real nostalgic. We watched it on a DVD player, and it was just weird. You know what I mean? It was I don't know. You were in control of it. You know what I mean? There was no ads. You weren't like Hulu's gonna screw me today, or Netflix is gonna shove it. They're gonna give it to me, or Prime's gonna get me.
I hate ads.
What I don't understand is we pay for subscriptions, yet they still pushed ads in there. When they
Right.
were like, if you pay a subscription, you won't get charged for an ad. They all fell back down to that road of, we're going to get hit with ads.
Right.
I don't know what.
I mean,
they
it was the
did.
same thing like cable. When cable came back out in the day, they're like, "Oh, no commercials, all
We
this,
promise."
you're paying for it," and then it just eventually went that way.
And then BlackRock took over. I'm just kidding.
Well, one of the biggest gaming giants in the entire world actually is really upset over this, though. Hideo Kojima actually predicted this way back in the day, saying that that there would be a day when consumers don't own their own games, and that day has come. Really,
He probably
now
owns a lot of Bitcoin, though. Also, look at him.
yeah.
Right.
And he's calling this sad and frightening. The video game designer also sees digital-only gaming future as a warning to the film industry. But I mean, hasn't the film industry pretty much gone digital only?
yeah.
They've been digital for a while. I
Right.
mean, they can release an indie film on the internet, and me, you, and whoever will watch it. You know what I mean? Like, we won't be like, I have to be in theaters. I have to buy the copy right now. You'll be like, I'll just watch it on my big. Like, Coy's a good example. He'll just watch it on his big 4K TV that's probably half the size of the room. You know what I mean? And he don't care.
It's,
You know?
it's only
Right.
75 inches.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
Only.
crazy. That is wild. I think we only have a 50.
Yeah, but I think a
inch.
lot of people would rather do it that way. They have, like you said, they have the
Okay.
control. You can pause it, go to the bathroom, But I mean,
Make
there
some
are
popcorn. that
right.
doesn't
There
cost
are
$8.
some like movies that I want to go to the theater though. Like the new Spider-Man. I want to see it with my fellow nerds, and we all laugh, cheer, all the things. When the nerd thing happens on screen. When I'm at home, my wife's like, "What happened?" I'm like, the thing, like, okay.
I make my wife go watch war movies with me. She's like, "Are you kidding me?" Right now?
I was lucky
Gotta have
enough.
somebody yell at.
My wife has seen most of the Spider-Man movies with me. So when No Way Home came out, and especially like when Andrew Garfield jumped after Zendaya as MJ, when she was falling. Like her and I both like grabbed onto each other's hands, like not again, not again, not again. And then like the whole theater erupted when he caught her,
Right.
And started, it's like then we all started crying because she was like, "What's wrong?" And we're all like, "We know what's wrong. We know what's wrong."
When I saw the original Avengers in theater, we went to that little rinky-dink Sycamore theater.
Oh yeah,
Cyclops. I don't know if you remember that theater.
Yep,
I
spent
it was
a
like,
lot of hours in there.
It was like my wife and I, and then a bunch of other people and all that, and then they had that, at the end credits where they first show Thanos, and I just go, "Holy shit, Thanos!" And everybody like turns and looks at me, and I'm like, "Do you people not realize like what this is implying?" Like
They're all confused.
yeah, I'm just like, okay, I guess I'm the only nerd in the building right now. But,
Oh man, I would yell that during Toy Story.
It was the same with
Right.
Miss Marvel because I knew who Miss Marvel was when Fury got evaporated from the snap.
and then her
then,
logo showed up.
Yeah, I was sitting there going, I was like, "It's Miss Marvel," and a lot of people looked at me and they were like, "So why wasn't she here?" I was like, "Because then Thanos would have just been squashed within 4 seconds."
I was really hoping though when they first introduced Thanos, I'm like, "Ooh, bring on Lady Death," but
They didn't have- they didn't, and they've
Lady
kind of
Death.
squandered.
I mean,
that
she's
because
come out
that's
now.
That's Vanessa's character in Deadpool. She becomes Lady Death in the comics.
No.
Yeah, Lady Death is Vanessa.
No.
I don't think so. No,
Not Lady Death. You're thinking of Death. Death is Thanos'.
Death is Vanessa, but Lady Death is a completely
Yeah.
Isn't
different.
it? Okay. I was
Google
wrong.
Lady Death and drool.
Yeah. Now she's they've brought her in. They brought her in one of the TV shows.
Lady Death.
Pretty sure they did.
Like she's actually her, or she's someone else. Like Unlike-
Now I have to fucking Google it.
And-
I don't think so because I know
okay,
My
well, they
wife-
could not get away with that costume in a PG-13.
exactly. So,
Character dub Lady Death. See, what is this? Ludmilla? I don't know how to say that name.
yeah, I
With
don't
an
think
L?
they introduced Lady Death yet.
Okay, so
No.
no, she's
No, we're all
interacted
looking.
with Deadpool, but it's not her.
Yeah.
Okay, because I thought the whole thing was that Thanos was trying to impress. It was either Lady Death or Death, and that's why in the comics that he started going after everybody.
Nope. I'm thinking of Death, not Lady Death.
Yeah, see, we were
Yes,
Yeah.
they've brought Death in, but they haven't brought that one in. I don't
can
think they
they-
will.
I don't know.
I don't
Go
think
ahead.
Lady Death is Marvel though.
Yeah, it says here it is.
It might be one of the, it says published by Marvel.
Yeah, maybe. She's one of the more adult comics. Like just
Oh no, it's not. It is not Marvel.
no.
Eternity
No.
Comics.
Yeah.
Wait, I just saw it. It says Lady Death is published by Marvel.
They might have the right to do it, publish it now, but it is not.
it's not
There.
formally Marvel.
Right.
Right. 'Cause I know she's been in a couple like crossover comics, I'm pretty sure. So that's probably why they've got the Marvel logo attached to it. But
Let's
Okay.
see. For
I
the
know my
Marvel
wife-
Comics character dubbed Lady Death, see Death Marvel Comics. For the character in the novel Pulp by Charles Bukowski, see Pulp, not to be confused with Lady Deathstrike.
no. I thought Lady Death was Chaos Comics.
Wait a second. Okay, it's
They're
actually
two different
it's a
things. It
is,
is Chaos
Lady-
Comics.
Lady.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna say, I thought Lady Death was Chaos Comics.
Coffin
From
Comics.
94 to 2002 was Chaos. It started out as Eternity. So they're two different characters. Thanos is known for being with Death,
Right.
which they have brought into the universe in Agatha's.
Okay, we
TV
need Ryan
show.
Reed on here. He'd be able to figure this
Right.
whole thing out.
So yeah, they're
Uh,
two different characters. One's not Marvel, one is.
Yeah, fictional goddess appearing in American comic books published by Coffin Comics, from what I'm seeing here, created by Brian Pulido. Lady Death first appeared in Eternity Comics, Evil
That's not
Ernie #1 in December of 1991. That's what
Right.
I'm
That's a long
pulling.
time ago.
Right.
I was only 6 years old.
Shut up.
Right.
1991, I was 11.
Yep.
Jeebers.
Old man.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm going to be 46 on Tuesday.
Damn.
So,
You're close to over the hill, just not there yet. You got
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
climbing it
14
still,
more
but
years.
Right.
You'll
I'm,
be
I'm
over the hill.
starting to see that top.
So yeah, kind of continue on with PlayStation. I see over 220,000 people have signed a petition to stop them from killing games. It's actually over that now.
But I
don't
mean, do you think
that'll
that's
matter.
gonna help? I mean,
No.
Well,
That ain't gonna do shit.
I don't think it's going to do shit, and apparently analysts don't either.
Just
I
like
mean,
all the people that I see canceling their PS Plus subscriptions.
they'll be back next week.
I'm just like, the
Right.
people that are like, because it's the vocal minority on Reddit, and they're like, it'll show that they canceled their thing, and when you cancel, it's like, okay, well, you got until this point before your account is done or whatever, and you can see that they like just bought a 12-month subscription. It's like, okay, weird flex, because Sony's still got your money and you can still use it for
Right.
an entire
It's-
fucking year.
It
You
was
know,
like
like-
Sony was waiting to see what Grand Theft Auto did.
Do you honestly think that Sony has not planned for this backlash, though? I mean, come on, they have all sorts of analysts. That
I
are
They have
like,
massive
okay,
PR
I don't think they
team.
care.
No,
I
I think
they
they're
well,
like
plan-
that too, they
Microsoft.
don't care, but they're
like
going to be like,
Microsoft are like, we're doing it, so
Yeah.
get on board or
people will
get
live with
fucked.
it because they're gonna want to play those games. They're gonna
But
be like,
I think they
you
planned
know.
for it, but they didn't realize how swift it was going to be and how.
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't
yeah,
think they
I-
thought that like now in this digital age where everybody's streaming Spotify, doing all these,
games.
Netflix, all
Yeah.
this,
What
they
cracks
thought
me up, like I said,
everybody would just go for that.
I said to you guys in a chat, I said the Venn diagram of people complaining about PlayStation going discless and being and using Game Pass and Spotify and all these other things that drop movies every fucking day or albums every fucking day and put new ones up, and they don't complain about that at all. The Venn
Nope.
diagram is one circle. Like
And
Right.
that's pretty much what the analysts were saying too. But I mean, when you think about it, though, 18% of their sales from 2025 were physical media, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that's the
only
minority, but that's still
18%.
millions of people
but it's only 18% out of.
out of 100%.
I can't count out of 78%, right?
Yeah,
72.
something
No.
like that.
Yeah, I can't count.
Wouldn't
Is that
it be 82?
80, yeah.
My bad. See, I'm way off.
82.
Cares?
Yeah.
It's math. We don't need to do it. But
You don't need math. That's why we
But
got
I get
these
what you're saying.
things.
It's
that's
still
why we got
million-
calculators on our phones now. You
Right.
know?
It's still right. It's over millions of people. It's still a lot of people.
I mean, it's
It-
still
it
people,
is,
but not enough
Yeah.
that
In
you're
the grand
like,
scheme of
oh,
things, that's a drop in the bucket because that's not even
To them.
20%. So I mean, that's
Yeah. Right.
if like 80% of the people,
yeah.
rally
If the
up,
numbers were reversed, then
Yeah.
they'd be like, oh, okay.
and it wouldn't. This
but
wouldn't
they
even be a
gotta
conversation.
storm the castle for
Right.
anything to happen. You know what I mean? I'm not insinuating a riot. I'm just saying.
Yeah, apparently
Illegal
Brazil and the EU were trying to force them to continue making physical copies, but apparently they don't have that power, and they're learning that.
Which is
Wait, they're
amazing
learning?
because EU, like they get a lot of shit done over there that
They do.
trickles down into the, common world. Loot boxes, all that stuff is thanks to them.
Loot boxes.
Yeah,
Mm.
outlawing loot boxes so you didn't kids
Pay to-
weren't just
pay to
clicking
win.
on them. Yeah, pay to win.
Oh, okay.
That
I
all
thought that
came
was
from the
my-
EU.
That's crazy. I didn't know they could do
Yeah, the
that.
Americas, we don't care. We're like, yeah, sure. Capitalism.
We love it.
Right. Over there, like, wait a minute. Yeah, same thing with like, Apple too, where they forced them to finally put in USB-C instead of having
Yep.
their own shit.
That's
And
right.
now they're trying to get it so that you can replace your batteries again, so you don't have to constantly buy a new phone.
I don't. And now my phone's been USB-C though because I have a Samsung.
Right. We've
Yeah.
been that way for a while, but Apple's always been their own thing. So
Yeah,
they had to be
lightning or
special.
thunder or whatever it was
Yeah,
called.
lightning connection.
Yeah.
Right.
Those iPhones, I'll tell you what, I had one back in the day. They're nice. I'm not moving with the regime.
I will not be.
I mean, they're harder to work, in my opinion, and they don't get all the features. You can't do some of the stuff. I'm
that?
like,
I don't hate them.
Yeah, I tell my wife, hey,
He has
do
one.
this,
Look,
and
he has one. Look, it's
No, I don't. I have a Samsung. I got an iPad, but I
no, you're good. We're not gonna hate on you. My wife has an iPhone. And
Yeah,
I
so my
had
wife is.
I had
Has
an
a
iPhone
Neo.
once. I had an iPhone once, and I'll
had one
never
once.
go back to an iPhone.
I didn't hate it. I just
Not-
at the time it was really hard to use the App Store, like you were saying. Like it was really hard to utilize anything for free. They were like
Right.
everything was 99 cents. You're like what?
right.
To use a calculator, it was like 99 cents. I'm like, it's a calculator. That was back in the day. I'm over exaggerating.
Right,
There's a
but-
lot of apps that you could not use that were simple. You're like, it's
Right.
a measuring tape.
Mhm.
Right.
It was crazy. Now
So-
they're like, oh, we can't do that.
So Frank, are you more of a PlayStation gamer or a Xbox gamer or PC or just a little bit of everything?
I'm more of a PC gamer. Years ago, I was a PlayStation gamer. When I'm out of town for work, I have a PlayStation 5 set up, and I have now I
Use
have
a
a
remote?
gaming. Yeah, I have a gaming laptop with a 1080p camera. You know the Logitech, not Brio, the older one, the C922. I have that one set up at our
That's
at
what
our
I'm
work
using right
house.
now.
I might as well be using a trash can. That's what mine's doing right now. Mine looks worse than mine looks bad right now.
Are you using the Game Boy camera, right?
I'm using the Game Boy,
Game Boy camera.
moving it over. But
I
yeah,
still see some pictures of people like at a concert trying to use the Game Boy
Dude,
camera
it's
as
so
the thing. I'm
crazy.
like, what the fuck?
people do some wild shit.
Right?
So yeah, like I have a different setup when I'm out of town. I play PlayStation games when I'm out of town. So you'll kind of notice the difference. You kind of won't because I don't make a big deal. Like I'll be like, I'm on my PlayStation.
Right.
I don't think anyone really cares if I'm on a PlayStation or if I'm on my Wii. If I'm on a Wii, I don't own a Wii. My wife does. Or if I'm like on my PC, I prefer to play PC games. But when I'm just trying to relax and not get stupid, I do like getting on my console and getting on a controller.
So
You
do
know
you
what I mean?
like the keyboard and mouse, or do you like the controller better?
I like the keyboard and mouse because I feel like I can.
Do you
I
have
can
more
feel-
control?
I feel like I have the power. You know, like that guy goes, the power glove. You know what I mean? That's how I feel with a
Oh,
mouse
man.
and keyboard because I'll run circles around people and they'll be like, "He's cheating." He's I'll be like, "No, it's not
Hack.
mouse and key." Yeah. And they'll be like, "He's hacking." I'll be like, "I wish I was hacking. I'd get a lot better." But,
Right?
But yeah, I'm better at mouse and key. It took me. I'm gonna be real with you. It took me like 3. Let me count. It took me about 3 years to get good at mouse and keyboard. When I put one in my wife's hand when I built her a gaming desktop, she got like instantly good at it. She was like, "Oh, this is easy." It took me 3 years to get good at it.
You're like, God damn it.
Yeah, it took me about 3 years to get good at it. So now when I go back to controller, I get mad at controller. I'm like, "Oh, damn," because you know how like you feel the sticks different.
Right.
Mhm.
And so the stick moves weird for me, and I lose my shit because I don't have maximum control. With a mouse and key, whatever happens is your problem. You know what I mean? Like you can't blame anything but the mouse. Like you have to blame yourself because the mouse and key gives you full effect. You know.
Right.
So I like it better. Is it better? No. There's other people that are really good with controller. There are people that are really good with controller. So I
Right.
can't really knock it. You know. I like both, but I'm really good at mouse and keyboard. So.
Yeah, I like controller, and specifically, the PlayStation controller. Like you said, it was.
So on Diablo, do you play with a controller or no?
Yeah.
Yep.
And I have done it
Yeah.
where,
Okay.
like, I've been, like you
I
said,
do it
out and about, and I brought my laptop, and I'll still connect up the controller to play it.
Yeah, I have an Xbox controller. It's nice. I was playing GoldenEye 007 on Xbox Game Pass on my gaming laptop on the bed, and my wife was here, and I was like, "Oh, son of a," because I'm like on the old levels that you remember. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Right.
And I had to go to that level where you're on the train and you have to kill that guy before he takes your girlfriend away, whatever,
Right.
that Russian
Right.
chick. And I kept shooting him, but for some reason she kept going, and falling over. I'm like, there's no way. He was like shooting her before I could get to her.
Right.
So I figured it out. I could I could go behind the door and hit him, shoot him a few times, and that's how I had to get him before I went all the way in the room. But I do stuff like that with a controller. Like I play Xbox Game Pass with a controller. There's some really cool games on there. You know what I mean? Like I played was it Forza 6, that racing game?
Forza Horizon, yeah.
Dude, that's actually pretty fun on a controller. I was like, man, I could join the Need for Speed or whatever they called it. Fast and Furious, my bad.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like I play games like that on a controller. And Flight Simulator is actually really fun on a controller. So.
Oh yeah. I got a friend that does that on controller. He's got it on PC, but he's got a controller for it.
Dude, that's what I do. Yeah, I do it on PC with a controller. It feels good.
But yeah, you were talking about Game Pass here. Ashish Sharma actually admits that Game Pass has not worked out. Reportedly lost millions of subscribers since 2024. The whole thing with that was they thought by now they'd have like 70 million plus subscribers for Game Pass. And then because Phil just kept raising the price, even though he said he wouldn't, a lot of people got pissed and left. So now she's trying to do the whole tiers for it and bring people back. And some people have come back, but
it's kind of still expensive. I'm gonna be really, I didn't even know I was paying for it anymore. Come like when I got sick and came home, I checked my Xbox thing. I was like, oh, maybe I will. And I was still paying for it. I was like, I thought I discontinued this. And it's not that I hate it. It had nothing to do with that, but I wasn't playing it for like 5 months.
Right.
And I was like, this is a waste of money. My wife had it because the kids will jump on that account and play it on her account because she's not on it 24/7. She might get on it like late at night when they're asleep. And they'll get on it during the day during summertime. You know what I mean? So that's not really a big deal. But I still had it, not knowing I had it. Was it $23 a month? I can't remember. If
30,
you go all the way out, right? I'm doing the all the way out plan with PC or whatever.
Yeah, the ultimate.
Yeah.
And so it was costing me what? I guess $360 a year. Is that right?
Something like that.
Yeah.
More than you're gonna pay for Netflix, which I mean that's not really comparing much. But
no, because Netflix is starting to get up there too.
Well, we're paying for the $9 or $10 Netflix, so we get the ads, but we don't really care either. We're like, whatever. You know what I mean? But I think you could pay the higher one, like $16 or $17.
Oh yeah,
right?
Yeah, that's what we pay. I think it's even higher than that now because it just keeps going up.
We can't justify it because we have Prime, we have Netflix, we get Disney for free because my wife's sister has Disney, so she lets us use it. We get Paramount for free because she has an account with Paramount, and then we just share. Like they don't borrow our Netflix right now. We're good because they have their own, but they let us borrow those, so that saved us a couple $100 a year. Right. You know, so that's why we have the cheap version of Netflix. We don't want to pay $300 a year. So
yeah,
right.
Yeah, it was just.
I hate ads. I cannot stand ads.
It just seemed
even
like
Facebook's getting really bad with their ads. Like every reel, every other like thing you look at, is an ad. Like, chill the fuck out, Facebook. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
This is an Xbox. It was this is an ad.
Right. We don't get
Jesus.
Yeah, thank God we don't get ads on the console when we're playing Game Pass or whatever. That's
don't hold on. Any ideas.
PlayStation's like
ideas because that'll be Sony's next thing.
Yeah. They're gonna give you ads. I mean, it's bad enough you watch a streaming service like YouTube or not Kick but Twitch, and they do the ads. You know what I mean?
Right.
Kick hasn't done it yet, but they're gonna do it. Kick's gonna do it because they're gonna. Hate to say it, Kick. If you're listening, y'all gonna run out of gambling money to like pay for.
Well, I mean, they used to kind of put ads in games, but now they don't do that quite so much. I can see it being in some sports games, like in the background, like you would in real life.
They do some NFL stuff.
Yeah, I know they do it there, but I mean, like during the first Alan Wake game, when it was a Xbox 360 exclusive. If you remember, if you ever played that game, if you were driving around, you could look around and you could see ads for like Verizon Wireless, and
that would be smart to do on the NFL games. Put the ads in there, like he was talking about the projectors up there. That would be really intelligent.
And anytime he grabbed batteries for his flashlight, it was Energizer batteries.
That's crazy.
But I was like, wait, isn't that kind of showing that they go dead very quickly? Because I mean, you flash it at like 3 enemies and they die.
Right.
That means buy more batteries.
Branding.
Don't think they're branding correctly.
That's crazy. That is so wild.
But yeah, I think their big thing is with Gears of War, or I'm sorry, with Game Pass, they were trying to make it where that could be where a lot of people get their indie games from, but now they're going to focus on their hard hitting AAA ones.
But they're done with Call of Duty, right? That's what they said. She said she's done with Call of Duty because of the cost.
They won't put it on Game Pass. I'm thinking with those, they should put the older ones on Game Pass, the ones that like maybe you can't even get anymore.
like World War II.
Yeah, but I mean, how many
older
people
ones.
actually play those older versions? Doesn't everybody just migrate to the newest one every time it comes out?
Vanguard lasted 3 months till everyone migrated, and
Yeah.
they're all like, "I love this game," and then literally 5 minutes after the new one came out on Twitter, I hated Vanguard so much. I'm just so tired of this, and I'm on the new game. If you want to watch me play it, and I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, you literally just like made love to the devs about Vanguard, and now you've changed your mind. Like, who's paying you? You know what I mean?
Right.
Who's paying you? Like, I want some of that money without kissing their ass. You know?
Right?
Yeah.
So wild.
I know there were some more things on here, but it was like basically they're saying that they need to change course. Bethesda boss was telling their staffing company they're going to focus on their strongest franchises, and I heard they were actually working on Avowed 2. But Asha Sharma told them to shut that down, and they're working on like a new Fallout game. Now it's the same studio that did Fallout New Vegas. So a lot of people are like, are we finally getting a New Vegas 2?
Right.
And
that would
No, it'll be
definitely
a
bring
remaster.
people in it.
But I'm thinking
It'll
they
be a
should do a
remaster.
remaster of the first one and then work on a
Yeah, because I never played New Vegas because that was an Xbox exclusive.
Yeah, I played Fallout 4, 3, and I didn't get to touch Vegas. I didn't get to touch 76.
76
excuse
when
me.
it first came out was such a train wreck. I know they've fixed it up, now. But
What,
yeah, when it first
76?
came out.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
kind of like what happened with No Man's Sky when it first released. It was a complete train wreck, and
Yeah.
then when it
Because it was
Wait,
not what
oh,
they billed it
Oh.
as,
right.
and then they slowly did that plus more.
Now it's phenomenal when you do play it. You know what I mean?
Right.
No Man's
They've
Sky?
added
Oh,
so
God.
much.
It's so good.
It's so pretty.
I mean, I had it on day one,
It
that
was,
was
it's
I.
such a pretty game.
but
Like-
yeah, it's so good. And they got they have the PS 5 VR. They've got it.
It is
so that
right.
you
My
can
buddy
play
was
Oh,
in
playing it
VR.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gran Turismo 7 is another one you can play in VR.
So you can stand up with the hand controls and all that.
Yeah.
I'd run out of energy. I bet.
I mean, I
Not
do
all.
a lot of sitting down more than
I wanted
standing.
to try some of those weird like FPS games that are like VR, but
Mhm.
everyone I looked at on Steam, it just looked like trash. I was like, damn, like what is this? You know what I mean? Like I thought it was
Yeah.
supposed to be reality. It was more like I don't know. I just was like, this isn't close enough to award me. So I don't know. I just
Right.
couldn't. I can't justify buying a VR system. I just can't.
Yeah.
It just
It's a niche
too much
market,
money.
It's definitely a niche market.
Yeah,
Snarking.
snarking.
Yeah, well, they're thinking, they're trying really hard to make Xbox be a console that you want to buy now, and now they're saying, because they bought so many developers, what could end up skipping PlayStation? And I'm
Xbox
like-
Game Pass will kill that though because we can all get it on PC.
And that's the thing too that cracks
what I
me up.
mean?
Is like they made the new Gears Xbox exclusive. They made what was the other one that was their big seller that was now an Xbox exclusive. But then it's all day one on Game Pass. Okay, so you're still not selling the game.
Hmm.
They need to
You
find a
know.
way to sell the console. The issue is it me, you, and whoever on a PC can get it? You know what I mean? I know a lot of people are like, that's not fair.
Right.
But they need to find a way to choke hold people into buying their consoles.
Yep.
Kind of like PlayStation's a good example. Like, we're going to choke you out and you're going to buy the console to play this, or you're not going to play it.
Right.
There's where Xbox is losing because she's not like, shut Game Pass down, screw it. It would suck for us, but everyone would buy an Xbox tomorrow. They would.
They would have to.
Even if it's the cheaper one. We have a cheaper one for the kids. Not the you
The
don't
Series
talk about.
S.
Yeah, we have the cheaper one, and they don't care. You know what I
Right.
mean? We're like, oh, it's fine. They don't really care. But they would chokehold me, you, and whoever to buy an Xbox.
Mhm.
That's the biggest problem with Xbox. I love the Game Pass, but if she wants to make some real money, she needs to hire someone like me for marketing.
Honestly, I
Shut
love
this
this
shit down. Make people
Well,
sad. They'll come to us.
I mean, like, kind of what she's saying, like, exclusives is also what's going to drive it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to go buy it for whatever reason unless there's, like, the only one I would probably do it for is that new Clockwork Revelations.
Yes.
That
What?
one looks
But
really
that's when you
good.
get
I'm
one
like,
on Game Pass.
Or maybe not shut down Game Pass. It's only exclusive for your Xbox console. You know what I mean?
Right.
But then
So
people
that
will buy
it has to handshake the
Yeah.
console.
And I love the fact we can play it on PC. I'm not hating on anybody because I honestly play it on there. But it would definitely move traffic to their console.
Yep,
It would move so much
I
traffic.
mean, they own the developer now that does Fallout and Doom and
Fallout's so
Fable
good.
and Diablo. What if they move all those to Xbox exclusives?
Yeah, and then but they need to run it just like that. You know what I mean?
That would piss off a ton of people,
That's
though.
the point. That's what I like doing.
Yeah, but would it piss them off enough to go like, "We hate"?
But
you,
would
we're
that
gonna
piss them
buy it."
enough that they'd be like, "Fuck you"? I'll just go to PlayStation now.
No, they'll go buy a console because there's a lot of diehard Xbox people out there.
I mean, imagine
they'll get
Elder
it tattooed on
Scrolls.
them.
Imagine
You know what I mean?
Elder Scrolls 6 as an Xbox exclusive, at least a timed exclusive. People would still buy it. Would go buy the Xbox to get it.
Yeah, I never thought I'd love Xbox until I got Xbox Game Pass. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't hate Xbox, but I've always been a PlayStation guy. Always, even for my PC, it's always been. You know, I'm gonna get the PS symbol tattooed on my neck. I'm really not, but you know what I mean. Like I was diehard, like PS2, PS3, PS1, PS4, every one of them. They got bought. Now the PS2 was stolen from a friend, I think. I don't remember. Anyway, long story short is, he left it at like our house, and he just never came and got it. So it's technically not stolen. He just never picked it back up. But anyway,
Gifted.
That's what we call that. But yeah, my whole point is I've always been diehard PlayStation. And so every Battlefield that's ever been out, other than 1944, 42, or whatever the first one was, I've played it on PlayStation. Actually, Battlefield 2 wasn't on PlayStation, but there's a lot of Battlefields on PlayStation, and that's the only reason I usually played Battlefield was because of PlayStation. So I've always been a PlayStation diehard. But like I said, when Game Pass was the thing, I became a firm believer in Game Pass because it's better because you can play it on your PC or you can play it anywhere almost. You can take your laptop out of town, you be at the hotel, you can play it, you can stream it. Just saying. You know, you can't bring your PlayStation everywhere. You can.
I mean, you can. I have done that.
But
I've gone out of town with my
weight.
PlayStation.
I've done it. I've done it a bunch. But I don't know. I think Xbox, like I said, they should lock it down, make it only exclusive to their consoles. That way they can bring all the kids back into the courtyard. You know what I mean? Or whatever you want to call it. Adults, whatever. Whoever plays it. Bring them all in. You know? Sell these motherfuckers. That's what I would do. But they got to be better at it. You know what I mean?
Just rip the Band-Aid off and go scorched earth.
Yeah, I mean, if they're already shutting stuff down and she's already doing layoffs, I mean, what is it going to hurt? You already laid off 10,000 people that are going to go talk crap. I lost my job because they don't need people opening the door no more at Xbox. Well, no shit. You know what I mean? Like, they also don't need you handing them coffee every 5 minutes. They can go to the damn coffee machine and get it, you know? But I'm just saying.
You don't need a coffee runner.
Yeah, you need to go to work, you know? Maybe go edge the grass. I mean, I don't know, you know? But my whole point is that she might as well just do it now while everyone's mad. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're
going to get less
upset about everything.
Well, everybody's mad, including Bernie Sanders. I don't know if you saw this.
Motherfucker ain't fucking real, so.
And he says it never trickles down. Well, here's his thing. He's not just talking Xbox. He's talking Microsoft in general. And he was saying, you know, the whole thing is Microsoft, he said last year, Microsoft made $101 billion in profits. That's billion with a B. Got $12.5 billion in tax breaks from Trump and paid its CEO $96 million. This year, it's raising the price of an Xbox $150 and eliminating 3,200 jobs. And then he says, please don't tell me that corporate tax breaks create jobs. It never trickles down.
Bernie probably also has Microsoft stocks. I'm just kidding.
I mean, they
Possibly.
I'm not hating. I'm not hating against Bernie. I mean, he has a good point if that's really him saying that and not some kind of Russian bot that posted that on a CNN website. Spy. I call them spies. But no, I mean, he has a point, but corporate's always been like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
You take big companies like, I don't know, Coke, KOCH, and they have Flint Hills and all those big pipelines and big like refineries. I mean, they hire a lot of people and they fire a lot of people. and that's how they keep billions of dollars. Like, and every company does it. Coca-Cola does it. Pepsi does it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
All the big players do it, and Xbox is going to do it. PlayStation does it. They probably just don't talk about it. They
They
probably
don't say the quiet part out loud.
Well, they probably sign NDAs where they're not allowed to talk about it. You know what I mean? There's big companies that do that. But my whole point is that's corporate. You know what I mean? That's corporate for you. They're gonna do it forever. So
yeah, and now
it's all about shareholders and CEOs over anything else.
Yep, it's about that $96 million bonus that I should.
I mean, that's what happened with my company I work for. They did the same thing. They didn't give us our profit sharing, but they gave the CEO his share, and he'd only been in office like a couple months. Like, what the fuck?
He did a good job.
Yeah, fantastic job.
$2 million.
Right.
It doesn't.
The guy they kicked out. They give him a golden parachute. And give him a bunch of money, and he goes to another place to go.
He works for Xbox now.
Right.
They fired 3,000 people so they could keep his position, making $300,000 a month.
Right.
Yeah, and then you said she needs to do this now while everyone's still pissed. She was actually named an advisor to the U.S. Federal Reserve Task Force for Productivity and Jobs.
What?
That's right after she fired 3,200 people. Yeah, the U.S. Federal Reserve has announced a new task force for advancing monetary policy.
No way.
Led by Chairman Kevin Warsh. The list of advisors for each task force includes Xbox new CEO Asha Sharma.
Bro, is she like
That's fucking wild?
She's probably dating one of the people that work there. At the White House.
I was gonna say something worse, but yeah, we'll go with dating.
We're not gonna go with other words.
The table,
she's doing something that maybe we can all pick up on. Maybe this is
the rules of the road.
Yeah, but I mean, she obviously knows somebody there, and I'm not saying that ugly, but I mean, to get that far that quick, I mean, I would literally have to do some really bad things for the Secret Service to get to that point.
She's only been at the Xbox. She's only been the CEO for Xbox for what, like less than 6 months?
But what was she? What was she before that?
She was AI.
She was head of AI.
Like
that's bad because all these
and then
AI
she
people,
squashed that one too as soon as she got out of there.
That's what I'm saying. AI is like, I've noticed a lot of these random people coming up in AI, and you're like, I don't know who the hell this is. You know what I mean? It's getting really weird. And out of nowhere, they're controlling the Federal Reserve. You're like, wait, what?
Right.
She was the president of Microsoft's core AI product. Her unconventional career path in tech and business also included leadership roles as chief operating officer of Instacart, vice president of product and engineering for Meta. Meta's Messenger and Instagram Direct, and COO of Porch Group.
Yeah, so she's been in the game for a little bit.
Yeah.
We can't really hate on her too much.
She's seen some things.
She's wearing the man's pants, and we're here wishing that we could have $1 billion,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's great that she's in that position. I mean, if she can get me a job, shout out to the Xbox CEO if you're out there. I'd like to get your coffee for you.
Right.
300,000.
They just got rid of all those people, so
I don't know
I'll do whatever you need me to do. No,
I don't know exactly what she's going to do, though. It just says the goal straightforward is to ensure the Fed is best positioned to achieve our objectives in this consequential time.
Consequential? She's making billions of dollars.
I mean, that just means she's trying to get it to bend her way. Look the other way. We didn't just lay off all these people. We're not paying them unemployment or anything.
Each of them will be a co-lead by external advisors with deep expertise in their fields. Xbox CEO Asha Sharma has been named one of the 3 advisors for the productivity of jobs force task, which aims to assess the economic impact of new general purpose technology, including artificial intelligence, to inform the Federal Reserve's policy judgments.
Yes. Sure. Whatever that just said.
That's whatever you're talking about for you.
She's ahead of a lot of things. Let's put it that way.
That's whatever you were talking about for you.
Really? I mean, those are the big things that, just kind of the big things that have happened over the last week here that I thought we should bring up. is there anything else anybody else want to talk about?
I know
No.
we're over our
Yeah,
2 hours.
Other than Nintendo's going to stop selling Switch in 2027.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Wait, what?
Yep.
Oh, the original Switch.
The original Switch.
That way you
Gotcha.
have to buy the expensive one. You know, for
Right.
us poor people.
At the same time, they're also.
I mean, you could just have a couple in the mail. That's all.
Yeah, they're also
Yeah.
shutting down Mario Tour after 7 years.
Mario Party Tour?
No,
Mario
Mario
Kart.
Kart. Tour
Oh, okay.
after
I think
7
that was the
years.
one that was on the Switch. Like,
Yeah, I think my
Yep.
wife had that when it first came out. I can't remember.
No, and
basically
just
a live service one for Mario Kart.
She was
Yeah.
really good at the N64 version of it, so it doesn't really matter.
I mean, weren't we all good at the N64
Yeah.
version?
It was actually pretty fun.
No, the only last thing I wanted to bring up too is we have to say rest in peace to Bonnie Tyler.
Okay,
She-
we are ending on a death note. See, you're playing to the masses there.
I know.
Wait,
Damn
no
it.
Slayer's not here.
We are young. That's
Okay.
her, right? That's right.
Heartache to Heartache? Oh, I don't know if that's her. I know she did Total Eclipse of the Heart.
Oh, my bad. Oops. I was holding the candle up and I realized it was the wrong song.
Yeah, she did
Now I'm
Total
wondering
Eclipse
who
of the
does
Heart.
that
She
one.
also did I Need a Hero.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
the one
it was
I
the
know
song
of.
my
But I
wife
didn't
was
know it
singing.
was her.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that I found out recently that were her that I had no idea were actually her.
I know.
Nice.
She's
Frank
one of
Earl-
those where
Earl-
it's like, oh, I know that song. I love that song. Who sings that? Wait, that's Bonnie Tyler.
75 is young. For I mean,
Frank, the one you were thinking of was Pat Benatar.
my bad. I was close.
But,
Maybe
yep.
not.
A lot of her songs have been showing up in several of the biggest movies of all time.
Saints Row? That's
Saints
crazy.
Row, Battlefield, Shrek, the movie had her songs in it. So,
Yeah.
Bonnie Tyler. We'll do Controllers Up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my phone.
That's interesting.
There you go. My phone. Perfect.
So, all right. Was there anything else, Frank IRL, that you had to bring up, or Koimia, or
No.
Neodeath before we end it?
No, I appreciate Frank being on here.
Yes, thank you
Yeah,
very
I
much for
appreciate
being
y'all
on.
having me.
Sorry we had that little snafu in the beginning.
Appreciate y'all dealing with my 1950s camera.
It's
The
all good.
aesthetic looks awesome.
I mean, hey,
the
it
accidental
is kind
awesome.
of cool.
Could be
So-
worse.
Jado, thanks for watching.
Soon as you get off here, it'll pop back on and work
Exactly.
fine, right?
Right.
Exactly.
So, we want to thank you for coming on, and please come on again at some point.
Right.
Yes, sir.
I know you're off work for quite a while. You can come on and just hang out.
And
Yep.
Jado's
Sure.
saying, take care of
Appreciate it.
yourself.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah,
Frank.
take care of that
Hopefully-
ticker. I know
Yeah,
what it's
hopefully
like to
all
have
that
a.
stuff-
Broken ticker.
I know what it's like to have a not ticking ticker. So
I'll play some Battlefield to fix it. Oh, yeah.
There
There
you
you
go.
I think that goes the other way around. Like, that stresses you out and you have to take breaks, right?
So do your
Yeah,
doctors
they
tell you
do.
that you should drink caffeine or not drink caffeine?
They don't. They didn't really say, but like I'm staying off the caffeine. Like I had a cup of coffee this morning, but it wasn't like it was like an 8-ounce cup. It wasn't like I loaded it. You know what I mean? I put like 2
Right.
sugars of stevia in there, and then I put like the powdered creamer in there. You know, maybe I
Oh,
only
okay.
put like 1 teaspoon. And so, as long as I'm not drinking a bunch of sugar, like I'm having to do like a lot of sugar-free stuff.
Mm.
But it's not the end of the world. You know what I mean? It could be worse.
My
So I can
doctors
drink
have said,
blood.
pop is okay for me as long as I
Soda.
drink it in moderate. Shut up. With
Is that like you said pot or something like
Yeah, that's what I heard too. And then I was like, oh no, I know what he's saying.
Pop.
soda pop. My bad.
Um,
bro.
Soda.
Yeah, so they've told me that's okay, but they actually told me stay away from the energy drinks because that'll kill
Yeah.
you.
Well, it probably won't kill you, but it's probably not good. Yeah, it
Not
might-
going to help you.
You're like, yeah, maybe it will.
That's
Yeah,
the thing,
I-
like if you ever watch Supercross, Chase Sexton is my cousin, and he's got the Monster Energy like all over. So anytime I see him at like any family function, I'm just like, I support you, but I cannot take any of the Monster that you offer.
Just send it in the mail to me. It'll be fine.
Right.
Just kidding.
Just send it in the mail. That sounds
Yeah, I don't-
familiar, right? Right now, Dan?
I don't do much caffeine anymore. Like I was drinking energy drinks and stuff like that before I got sick again. I wasn't drinking a lot though. I was drinking like 1 a day. You know what I mean? And usually
Yeah.
it was like one of those, like a Red Bull. Like now they weren't like 100 milligrams. It was like 60 something milligrams, the small ones.
Mm.
And so I wasn't powering them down like a crackhead. Like I'd have one a day. So,
Like a crackhead.
but I'm just saying,
Double fisting them.
yeah. But what I'm getting at is, you probably, from my personal experience, if there's any kids watching or young adults, don't drink energy drinks. That's all I'm gonna say. But that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not
All
gonna,
right.
But if y'all want to sponsor me, I'm just kidding.
I can change my tune real fast.
I can change it up. No, just kidding.
So,
But yeah, pretty
Energy
much.
drinks are the best.
all right. Yeah. Well, we want to thank you for coming and hanging out with us. We'll definitely have to have you back on at some point.
Yep.
sir.
And then don't forget about next week where we have Tory Production.
Tory Productions is
Exciting.
gonna be on.
Perfect. Yeah.
Exciting. The 18th. Am I right?
Yes.
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 Okay. Sweet. I should be there to see y'all. So
Very
exciting.
Cool. Appreciate
Same
it.
time.
All right, boys. Have a good one.
Same bat channel.
All right. Yep. And thank you all for coming and hanging out. And remember, haters gonna hate, gamers got a game. Peace out. Thanks for watching. We love your face. Bye.
I dipped already. Laters!
Good night, everybody.